All right, guys, I think we're live. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a while since we've had a stream. Like a week or so? Jeez, that's quite some time. Alrighty, so we are going to be playing single faction tournament tonight, and of course we're going to be going in with the Sons of Sigmar, so should be quite a bit of fun. We don't know what our first round opponent is, but we are about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, is it going to be Greenskins? Haven't played this one in a hot minute. Certainly could be a fun one. A lot of cool cavalry getting to come out, and maybe some other schemes. Yes, welcome. Grenade launcher is certainly going to be a staple in this matchup, and it looks like it is going to be the Greenskins, yes. Hey, look how fun, dude. Very cool opponent there, very nice. Not mine. Alrighty, outstanding. And, alright. So, where are we at? Looks like we're good. All the stream is live. Yeah, it was my birthday actually 2 days ago. I decided to kind of take it easy on my birthday, just relax with the lady, you know, have a low-key day. But yeah, it was great. We had a great time. She made me some really cool custom gifts. I got to make sure to share those with you guys. All right, let me get my screen blocker up just so I can make the build here, and then let's get this party started. All right, so let's do you. Have some fun with that. And we're in round one of our tournament, Empire vs. Greenskins. A classic duel. The Battle of Blackfire Pass is upon us once again, but I don't know if the Dowie are going to be coming to help this time. Carl's okay here. I personally think there's better options. With Carl, you have to bring a Lifecaster for him to really be solid. Whereas there's other Lords of Magic that I typically prefer in this situation. So, yeah, should be good. Yeah, the community post is amazing as well. Does American TV have Total War have a chat function? No Total War has a chat function, and the reason why is because apparently there's some law in the UK pertaining to like online chat and gaming, and it affects the companies, right? So Creative Assembly, rather than like complying apparently with that very strict law, just decided to remove chat because it's a UK based law, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of companies are kind of doing that as well, that are like in that region. All right, so that looks all right to me. What map is this? Kassar's Cursed Oasis. What does this one look like? Okay, yeah, I remember this one. All right, so this is like a bigger Itza style map. You got it. All right, so that should be fine for the front line. Let's get a couple of you guys on the outsides. War wagons against Greenskins is always something I wonder about. Like, are war wagons really like super necessary in this matchup? I'm not sure. Something to think about. You're saying there's a little bit of lag? Oh yeah, I see some frames dropping. Hopefully it won't be like too. I probably should have restarted my internet. The lady was telling us that there was a little bit of lag, but hopefully it won't be too much. You'll have to let me know. Yeah, Karl Franz is definitely the coolest lord. Although honestly, I've been enjoying a little bit of Balthazar Gelt lately. I've been having a lot of fun using the Gelt man. He's great. He's a great time. You're UK based and you're sorry. No worries, man. Please, come on now. All right, so what else do we have to worry about from the Greenskins? War wagons don't feel that good against them. Granted, you could maybe do something funny with like the Black Lions. Get a little bit hog wild with that. That could be fun. Obviously, going to be dealing with probably a lot of squigs and pigs and other things like this. I always thought like maybe a wild steam tank pick could be kind of nice here as well. Empire Knights, you definitely want to have those in the run. Although the problem is that Orc Boar Boy Biggins actually pretty heavily outtrade a lot of your cavalry as the Empire, so you got to be careful about that. And on that note, maybe just a couple of these would be warranted. Yeah, I think so. I think they're just probably too good to not bring. Okay, now as far as items, yes, wait one sec, okay. Perfect. Alrighty. And where are we at? Now, what else do we want to bring here? I'm trying to make sure. It's been a while since I played this matchup. It's been a hot minute for sure. Yeah, I do like this, and I always look for an excuse to use things like crossbows and stuff. You know, I'm always like, oh, that could be so much fun. All right, so pull you in, and we got those guys. All right, so far so good. Everything's kind of coming together here. Oh man, it'd be fun to use Ulrika too. I don't know how good she'd be in this matchup, but I feel like maybe she would have a little bit of potential. Okay, so you guys in reserve. We got these, and overall, I think throwing one of you guys in. Royal Outdorf Griffites are kind of an interesting pick too, as like an option against Warboy Biggins and also against like trolls and stuff. I feel like they can definitely do their thing. Granted, Toddy is usually a pretty respectable answer against those type of units, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so yeah, we got you guys coming out, looking great. So we need halberds, great swords in this matchup. Just get wrecked by squigs, so you don't really want to mess with them. In my experience, it's been a pretty rough one. And silver bullets are okay. Definitely not the worst choice in the world. Could throw in some basic archers or a single handgunner unit. Interesting. I don't think they would bring anything like too big of a target. Most greenskin players in this matchup are going to go super wide. So I think that's kind of what you need to account for sure. Yeah, I wish the other Outrider options were good. Can you bring double Rune of Wrath and Rune? There's no rules against, like, in Domination, you don't need those rules. That's more of a land battle thing. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. And, yeah, I think we're ready to party. Let's do it to it, man. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Sigmar bless this ravaged body. Let's get it started. And, alright, good luck, have fun. My opponent saying they're ready. Alright. You'd have to place him with someone, or else it'll bug out. All right. Perfect. And yeah, starting our first game, Kassar's Cursed Oasis. This one's kind of a cool map, a little bit of line of sight, but still, I would say this is a decent shooting quality map. It's very fun. Would Griffin Knights be viable? You mean Demogryph Knights? I would say if you're gonna go with Demogryph Knights against Greenskins, you would probably want to go Karl Franz and a Life Caster and just have this like hammer running around. So Franz is like rolling with them and just chain terror routing whatever they fight. And also you're going to be able to heal both them and Franz with like Earthbloods. I think that probably would be the way to play that if you wanted to do that. Yeah, so you guys were asking about rules in like domination tournaments. The only time there's ever any rules outside of, and sorry if there's a little bit of lag, by the way. Unfortunately, the internet's like getting a little bit crunk today. Oh my god, 26,000, geez. I see the bit rates flying all over the place. Sir, first time catching you live since I started my new job. I've watched you over the last year and love your content. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. And congrats on the new job and all that. Hope it's going well. Hope you're enjoying it. And all that sort of good stuff. All right, outstanding. Perfect. Yeah, Toddy and Burning Head is definitely the way to play this matchup. And you're going to see that you are indeed prophetic as it pertains to, seeing what I was going to be doing here. So we got the Sigmarite front line of the Unbreakable Troopers, which I think is very good against Greenskins. They honestly trade quite well against like Orc Boys and things like that. We got Toddy, we got our Bright Wizard chilling here, and wagons are an interesting one here. I figured that they would be pretty good against the what's it called? Against the Boar Boy Biggins. And, if my opponent decides to get real crunk and bring some like weird, big stuff, maybe like a Troll Rush or like a Rogue Idol or something, I'm going to have ample shooting to deal with those, I think. Yeah, man, I am just spaced out here. Okay, a little bit of lag on my part. Am I the Dark Lord of lagging today? No, it seems like it's having some problems here. It's weird. I don't know if restarting the stream or anything would help, but yeah, we'll see. If the lag continues too much, then I'll try restarting our router. Granted, that would be annoying, but you got to do what you got to do. All right, good luck, have fun to my opponent. I want to give him a little bit of time to set up here. So basically, we just Burning Head down the formations of Greenskin Infantry and go from there. Burning Head, not Burning Head, but Age of Empires is going to be going down probably on Sunday. That's what I'm thinking. I actually was thinking of having a regular Age of Empires tournament, like a standard 1v1 tournament. Just casting it, relearning the game, all that sort of good stuff. Could be great. All right. I think my opponent's probably about ready by now. It's been a hot minute. Looks like there's some cool floating pillars. I like this map, Cursed Oasis. It's pretty nice. Small map. As far as our reserves go, if we take a look at the reserves, we have grenade launchers, heavy cavalry. We do also have the Sunmaker in reserve. I feel like Sunmaker is a nice one to just have in your back pocket. Usually if you want to bring it out, you want it to be one of the first things you summon out. But yes, we'll see what happens. All right, so let's move up and do this. Get the wagons, get you going, and we can just have you detach, go over in group 5 and sit on that objective there. And now let's move up. So it's Wurzag, we got some Spider Riders. Okay, so the fact that they're Stone Trolls is pretty good for us. I'm happy about that. Oh man, yeah, the internet is getting real crazy today. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Is it lagging a little bit? Let me know. Yeah, stream's lagging a little. Okay, and maybe after the stream, after this battle, I'll try and reset some stuff and see if that helps. Looks like we got some skirmishers on the far side. It's going to be Morgreps, Meiji Marauders, so they're getting a little bit sneaky as we move up and prepare. Let's get our Bright Wizard chilling here, Spearman going, and we're just going to fight over the side in the middle here. All right, so let's go blast some Stone Trolls. Yeah, a little bit of lag, unfortunately. I'm seeing it right now. This is definitely my fault. Curse the wagons. I don't know what's going on with this shit, man. I do not know what's going on with it. Okay. So shooting into the stone trolls here. It looks like there are some wolf riders lurking about, so we're going to pull back here, and hopefully the wagons are going to be able to pop them. Yeah, if it's really laggy, what we'll do is I'll just, after this one, I'll just restart my my router and hope for the best. Hey, thank you, man. Holy shit, that's a generous donation. Let me just try and win this battle first, and then I'll get to that one. Oh my god, jeez, look at that. All right, Toddy can go in, dive on the wolf riders here, and hopefully shut him down. And as far as tools, do I want to summon any heavy... Like, yeah, what do I want to summon here? Okay, so he's charging in with wolf riders, so we should get a freebie here and just kind of pound them. And then as far as the shooting goes, let's shoot at the Morgums and Magi Marauders. Yeah, no, it's definitely my internet here. Yeah, it's definitely the old internet, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, let's call in some big heavy cavalry. Knights of the Blazing Sun are always pretty excellent, good against stone trolls as well. Initial trading is going very well for us. All right, so yeah, you can see we've gotten some good pokes with the wagons. And now it looks like there's going to be some witchcraft going down. I'm not sure what, but we'll get Toddy in there. And let's get our wagons doing this. And our Bright Wizard needs to come over here. And he can just go ahead and drop a Burning Head like right down the line on those Orc Boys, which should be fine. Should be fine. All right. So heavy cav coming in. Let's flank around the side, see if we can collapse that formation. It looks like the trolls have been broken, and now we can start shooting at the trolls. Toddy should be able to help break that formation as well. A couple flagellants here. We can kind of form ranks and see if we can dodge that shot. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Flagellants do end up winning their fight. Let's get Spearmen up and Spearmen up on the point. Flagellants in there for Sigmar, and we were able to break the trolls, which is outstanding. So a little bit of flanking coming around, nothing too devastating. You can see that there are some wolf riders like lurking around the side of the formation, and a couple trolls actually just straight up running at like full health, which is a great sign for us. Okay, so let's tighten up this formation. Get Boris to keep doing his thing. Knights of the Blazing Sun, gonna ride these guys down, and now we can pull in the Zentler's Reichsguard. And just get on top of the Moonhowlers there. Toddy getting smashed, though. Oh my god, I better get him away. Jeez, what is doing so much damage to Toddy? He must have gotten hit with an effigy that I didn't notice. All right, so broken chest mob's on the way. So we need to, like, charge back right now. And it looks like there is going to be a little bit of pressure coming in for the Moonhowlers in the back, which is interesting. I'm not too worried about it. We could just kind of pull the wagons up like so. So we get a big flanking charge with Knights of the Blazing Sun here. And they get into the back of the formation and just going to be wrecking those Orc Boys. Toddy is here. And the spears have filtered in, and it looks like on the flank overall we're holding pretty well. I think we're up in value trading, although yeah, it looks like my opponent's actually a little bit ahead, which is unfortunate. All right, wagons, good. Wolf Rider's broken there. And now let's see if we can get some of these skirmishers in the back. All right, outstanding. Couple overextending troopers on my part. And once we deal with all their mobility, we could call in some... okay, so the side point belongs to us, the middle belongs to us. Big terror route's going down. You can see those guys are... yeah, those guys are definitely having some problems. Knights of the Blazing Sun pulling back and through. Spearmen holding the line here. Wagons, let's shoot at the broken chest mob. Form ranks with these spears. Try and get in front of them while we can. And then we can get our cavalry to start pressing in the backfield. And Toddy can also go fight these guys. No, we don't want to fight the broken tusk mob head on. They're definitely going to wreck us bad. All right, so let's move into these. And I could call in some grenade launchers. I think maybe just getting some guns out would be useful. It's like some cheap guns. Yeah, I definitely got to restart my internet. This is not usual. Okay, so let's get you. Move up. Toddy, do your thing. Wagons, we could try and snipe Warzag a little bit as well. Knights of the Blazing Sun, move into those Orc Biggins, get these spears moving up, and we can also just keep moving some spears up. So Spearmen, come up, help screen out all the big scary monsters. Toddy can go after these guys. Let's shoot at these trolls if possible. Ooh, a little bit of an overextension right there. And do we have any Burning Head opportunities? We do. We can actually roast these guys who we have pinned here. All right, so let's get the Knights of the Blazing Sun back, move those guys up. The wall goes down, and Toddy was going to go for the Lord, but unfortunately there wasn't too much of an opportunity there. Let's have the Bright Wizard help out. Spearmen are still at the ready, General. And let's pull these Knights of the Blazing Sun back, get Spearmen forward to saturate into them. And where did my Zentler's Reichsguard go? Okay, here they are. So they pulled back, and they seem to be in good shape. All right, let's get on those Death Creepers, shoot them with the pistols if we can. Toddy able to get leadership breaks on a lot of these guys, and the pigs got lured into spears. So if you see on this side, the pigs did get lured in. Yeah, that's really good for us, because now we just turn around and fight with Toddy in there, and with wagon support, we should be okay. We can also use a Cascading Fire Cloak on the Knights of the Blazing Sun, which will trigger Kindle Flame and do some nice work for us. All right, so those guys are getting pushed around. Let's go hunt down some of the trolls, get the Free Company Militia moving up, get the Spearmen moving back to the middle. And yeah, with Toddy and company, we should be okay against these, and we get the wagons blasting them too, and I think that's going to be the recipe for success. All right, Empire Knights, let's get some heavy cavalry coming in. It looks like he's going to be trying to play my flank, so we need to get something to deal with those. And Toddy and company doing great work, although I am kind of getting pushed back a little bit. I'm on the defense here. All right, Toddy, Get in here. Let's get these spearmen to go help in the middle and bolster a little bit. And we did manage to chase off some stone trolls, which is quite good. And let's go get those rusty herds now if we can. All right, so it looks like the squig herds are going to be diving our side flank. So I think we just dive in and hit those. All right, now we have a full unit of spears coming in to help Toddy. He's a little bit surrounded here, but I think we're going to be okay. Let's go ahead and get a effigy of the Get on those. Perfect. And what else do we have to call in? Do we have any more heavy cavalry? We don't. So let's just get some flagellants moving up. We're just going to need some good infantry quality. And squigs will get wrecked pretty badly by Empire Knights, I think. All right, so Toddy, keep that fight going. Unfortunately, a lot of our stuff is getting routed right now. Those broken tusk mobs are really, really good here. But I think Toddbringer and company can grind these guys down. I'm hoping at least, yeah. All right, let's save up for burning heads. Maybe it's time for a little bit of yeah, how's this fight looking? Okay, so the squigs on the side point should get wrecked. And that could be a big boon for us. Those spearmen are just doing the work of Sigmar, man. They are doing such good work. A lot of routing units, though, unfortunately. Let's move you guys up to the middle. Probably calling in some grenade launchers wouldn't be a bad idea to clear out some of the overextending units. And how are the spears going? Okay. So those pigs got broken. Excellent, excellent. That's a big win for us. Side point's looking pretty good as well. Toddy is just carrying super hard, breaking the leadership of a lot of these units. And let's get these free company militia moving back up, although we could just unsummon them, get them back in the pool. Grenade launchers clearing some chaff out, and we just need to get some more support. So let's just get spearmen up and just get, we just need bodies, really. All right, side point, how's this looking? Pretty good. He's sending some tattered boar boys over there. Don't think they're going to do too much, to be honest. I think we're in good shape here. And let's pull you guys back behind cover. And what we need to do now is get a fat, erect, burning head and just roast those rusty errors. Those things have been a menace for far too long. My opponent's catching up on points, though, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's get flagellants in there. And we got the burning head, and we did take out rusty errors, which is great. And over there on the side point, I think we're in good shape. Yes, outstanding. Grenade launchers, let's pull them in here, see if we can find any spots for them, and get some more spearmen with shields. And yeah, just move them up. You can see how good, I honestly think this spearman with shield, the humble spearman with shield is one of the best units on the roster. It's just so incredibly good. Flagellants move up. Yes, get ready to party. Spearmen get in position. And now you can see we're starting to flip this. I'm going to go for a little bit of a cheeky snipe on Wurzag here, see if we can make the magic happen. And it looks like we got that one in the bag. How are the grenade launchers doing? Have they found a home yet? Not quite. Okay, so they will. Let's get the spears to buffer off his cavalry position, grenade launch these guys, and hopefully we'll just continue getting terror routes and whatnot. Yeah, unfortunately the flagellants do get smashed pretty hard by that. All right, let's get the man-tide coming in. And it looks like a big, big push on our side. Yeah, it could be a little bit scary, but I think the big terror route here is going to come into play. Probably could use some heavy, heavy shot cavalry to try and mitigate that. But yeah, I don't know if those spearmen will hold. That's a lot of units that's coming for him right now. All right, let's get some free company militia over there. Just some cap weight, some fighting power, and it looks like the middle is going to be flipping to us. And I think the Greenskin army is starting to run out of steam a little bit. It seems like they are. Oh my god, we had some units like right on the edge. Let's get those guys waddling back up here. And great, so Toddy can head here. Let's go here and get a fat burning head. We're grenade launching that position, which is money. And now I think we do flip this one. I think we got it in the bag here on this objective at least. Yeah, look at the flagellants, man, doing the work of Sigmar, Holding all day, all night. Grenades, pretty sweet, but our position buckles there, just an overwhelming number of units. But those spearmen, man, they are definitely underrated. So the middle point goes to us, and I think they're kind of out of steam here. So let's get all these spears at the ready, General. Pull over here. And how are we doing on the internet lag? Oof, yeah, it's like dropping 25% of the frames, which is pretty bad. But Toddy will get there. He'll probably be able to terror route them. And yeah, we just save for burning heads. Wait for more good targets to come in. I could call in the Sunmaker as like a finisher piece. Yeah, I think we could. Okay, so unsummoning wagons probably would be prudent as well. And it looks like we managed to hold that objective. Let's go ahead and unsummon you guys. And unsummon you guys in the middle. Get these spearmen moving up to fight the trolls. And now we want to unsummon this wagon. So let's do that. Because it's out of ammo, so we're going to send it back to the shadows from whence it came. Grenade's still doing a good job. And Toddy can go after these Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins. The reason why is because the grenade launcher Overwatch is going to be able to kind of support them. So, all right, so moving up. And the wagons, in the meantime, just keep going after the trolls. Toddy doing a good job here. It looks like we're getting chased by some skirmish cav, but we can just use these state troopers to kind of fend them off. And probably calling in Zentler's Reichsguard from the side point here would really help us solidify our victory on the side point. Yeah, we'll restart the internet after the stream, guys. I don't know, this is weird. This is very, very weird. Usually have no lag whatsoever. Granted, it is super hot where I am right now, so maybe like the internet infrastructure is a little bit haggard. I noticed the internet in my hometown, well, the town I live in, was kind of bad today on my phone too. So I don't know. Yeah, classic lag here. All right, so anything to Burning Head? Probably just nail these guys again. We need to get the Rusty Arrows out of here. Those things are a huge pain. So we're going to get them with the Burning Head, and we do. It's a good thing I played this matchup probably like 5,000 times. Zentler Rex Guard, clear out those Wolf Riders. You guys form ranks on the objective. Looking good. Big old juicy Burning Head here. And yeah, looking all right. Looking all right. So Spears, let's move you guys up. And in the backfield, we can just call in some more Flagellants. Just need staying power on these points. Wagons are running out of steam, unfortunately. So that's a little bit rough. But Toddy is just hard carrying this game. He is just rampaging through everything. All right. Let's pull you guys over here. Have those Zentler's Rex Guard head them off. Grenade launchers can... Ooh, look at this. Some sneaky gets. The Warlords boys up in the hills. Trying to find their way in. Spearmen go. And, yeah, I don't know if restarting the router is going to help. That's the problem. I really hope it does. Okay, Wagons looking good. Spearmen moving across. Head those guys off. Yeah, it's intermittent lag. It's not, like, consistent, but it's happening, like, every couple seconds, so... Yes, the lag switch to unlock better micro. That's the forbidden strategy here. Oh yeah, it's really chugging right now. It's really struggling. Okay, Spearmen, move up, intercept the Moon Howlers. Should be able to defeat them even in their very tattered state. Let's get some more Spearmen moving up. State Troopers at the ready, General. Grenade launchers hunting down these gobos. And we'll just leave Spears and Free Company Militia to hold the side point. Pulling the Zentler's Reichsguard in the middle. And yeah, these Orc boys should be routing pretty soon here. Unfortunately, our guy's a little bit caught. Reichsguard Knights coming across to intercept the Moon Howlers there. Should basically just buckle them and also clean up the rest of the pressure. Greenskins are definitely pretty behind right now. They're definitely not... They need some milk. They're hurting bad. All right, so let's get this wagon back, see if we can unsummon it. And the other wagon we can leave there just for a little bit of mass. And, man, my caster broke. Yeah, the Moon Howlers were able to get on that caster. And I believe we do break them, though. And now they should be able to win this fight here. Especially with some Flagellants coming. Toddy is going to go after the... we could probably go after Warzag, to be fair. Just go for the gooning on that. Let's get these wagons, do a little bit of unsummoning. Side points looking good for us. Grenade launchers pull back. Spearmen go intercept those squigs. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to be able to get Warzag here. I don't know. It's going to be a tricksy one. He's very elusive. All right, did the Bright Wizard come back? No, he's still a little bit trapped up there, but he should come back. Side point is just being defended by some Orc Biggins. Okay, so that's not the easiest unit to bunker bust, but I think we're going to try and just start on them with some grenade launchers. Yeah, I think that's good. And our Bright Wizard came back, which means we can get a juicy Burning Head right there, right on that position, and just absolutely melt them. All right, so that's going to be money. Let's pull Toddy back this way. Grenade launchers still doing their work. Certainly need to reinforce this side point. Let's pull the Zentler's Reichsguard over. We did get the Burning Head, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it did do some respectable damage. Flagellants and Spearmen hold the point, hold the point. Grenade launchers coming over to drop a little bit of pressure. And you see my opponent responds with Wolf Riders, which is really good fundamentals from my opponent. Very solid stuff. So we're just going to rotate the grenade launchers to the middle and yeah, do our thing there. All right, so Free Company Militia can fight Orc Boys. It's not the prettiest fight in the world, but we do need to win this side engagement here. And the middle, I think we got that one on lock. It's feeling pretty good. Spearmen here, and yeah, we keep them. I normally would unsummon, but in this case, I think we need to keep those units. All right. Bright Wizard, yeah, I do need to keep those Burning Heads intact. So we get the big charge there. The position's starting to buckle a little bit. Spearmen can move in. Greenskins might move for the fight in the middle. I think Flagellants will hold pretty well, for sure. Let's get some Sigmar Suns in there, baby. Let's get some solid fighting power. Empire Knights can run into the Orc Boys there, buckle those bad boys down. And it looks like on the side, we do route a lot of these guys. Good, Anakin, good. So Boris Todbringer, basically wherever he goes with his just fully erect mustache, you know, we're able to break down the position, right, which is nice. We do see your boy coming. Let's get these guys moving in, and the Empire Knights with a nice roadblock, but we need to pull them back to deal with the Moon Howlers. So we're going to rotate the Empire Knights down this way to intercept and get those guys back online. And what else do we want to do? Yeah, looks like those cavalry coming in. Let's clean them up. Grenade launchers and Free Company could just be in guard mode here, and the Empire Heavy Cavalry can intercept while we also get a nice charge on Warzag. In the middle, Flagellants against Orc Boys. It seems like it's a bit of a down trade for me, but, you know, it's better than nothing. All right, let's get some more Flagellants coming up for Sigmar. And we do actually get a bit of an isolation on Warzag, the Great Green Prophet here. Very nice. And we have some Empire Knights here to intercept these Squig Hoppers. Very good. A couple lads are coming back in. Nothing we can't handle, though. I think the grenade launcher should be able to peel them off there. It looks like the internet stabilized a little bit, guys. We might actually be okay. I haven't had any lag in a minute, so... Sorry about that. You know, it happens. You know, can't control it. You pay a fortune every month for it, and it just, you know, it is what it is. All right. So on this point, let's get some Free Company. I don't think we want to push the third point, actually, now that I'm kind of looking at it. With Warzag broken, I think my opponent's toast. Our grenades are still very functional, too. Here we got... Ooh, that's broken test mob. All right, let's grenade launch those boys. Let's get Toddy in there. Broken Testmail basically just counter your Empire Heavy Cavalry. They're so good against all your cav. Okay, right as I say that, the lag seems to come back. All right, how are we looking? Grenade launchers. Yeah, we could unsummon them, I guess. We could have them fight. I'm not sure what the correct choice is. Let's grab you guys, summon 2 spears in there. And we're definitely going to reset the modem after this. And if it doesn't work, then, you know, we're just doomed to this suffering until it maybe decides to stabilize. Okay, looking good. Toddy, let's get in there. Go after the big boys. And you guys can move up. Looks like we got this one on lock. I think the Sons of Sigmar have done it. Wurzag's running for the hills. Do get the nice unsummon there. Heavy cavalry coming in. Heavy cav counter squigs pretty well. So that's a nice one. And Toddy should be able to lend his aid to this fight. Is Wurzag actually fully broken yet? Not yet. Okay, we need to make sure he's off. Sigmar Sons arrived to the middle just in time to, you know, battle some of the orcs. And looks like Flagellants end up beating Orc Boys just barely, which is kind of cool. Send some Spearmen and some Flagellants up here. Now that we have enough of a lead, we have a, 3,000-4,000 value lead, we can start pressing the other points to close out the game a little bit quicker. I know I said the words in Tempted Fate, and sure words have never been spoken. Yeah, Toddy might be able to win against those guys. I don't know. Man, Broken Tuskmob are just seriously solid. To get him off the battlefield, that's going to wreck Greenskin leadership. Once Wurzag's gone, it's basically going to be game blouses. Yeah, because that's going to be negative 16 leadership on the opponent's army. So everything that's kind of like on the cusp of breaking is going to start breaking here. All right, perfect. Looking good. And we're moving up. And again, Cass, thank you for the donation. Great to catch you live again. I hope you and the Smoking Hot Wife are doing well. We are the Imperial Fist are represented well in my office. Right on, man. Right on. Yeah, glad to hear it. I'm glad you're enjoying that piece. Yeah, Anna just made me some cool custom stuff for my birthday as well. We'll have to show you. Man, thank you, Cass. I really appreciate that. And I'm glad the art piece she made for you is turning out well in your office. All right. So looks like we crushed that position. We crushed this position. And we can just start shooting Dak at these Orc Biggins. And that's going to be it. GG, well played. All right. Sigmar blessed, baby. We didn't start off with a loss. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, God. Throat's a little bit. You know how sometimes when you're just like cranking AC all day, it kind of makes your throat a little bit scratchy? Yeah, it's kind of how it is. All right, guys. A victory for Sigmar, for Boris Todbringer's mustache. 2,100 value. And look at that. Burning Head's not bad. Wagons ended up being a really good choice. Considering they brought Stone Trolls, I felt like the Wagons were a nice inclusion. Although you could have gone Huntsman too. I don't know. I felt like the Wagons were nice to have. Grenade launchers, 2,200 on one. Empire Heavy Cavalry did quite well. They did quite well for sure. 1,200 on these Empire Cav. And, okay. Internet seems... I don't want to curse it again. Because restarting my stream is really annoying. But I don't want to keep my opponents waiting for me, so I'm going to keep trying to push through it. Oh my God, right as I say it. Every time I say it, dude, it starts to have problems. Oh my God. All right, so we'll take it. We'll take the dub. Let me talk to my opponent. He played great, honestly. He was a solid player. If I hadn't played that matchup like 5,000 times. GG, well played. You played great. All right, checking here. Perfect. All right. And let's see what we got. All right. So taking a look at the brackets for today, let's jump on over and see what that looks like and report our score. When I play High Elves and Dom, I use the Archmages. Yeah, Archmages are really good. They're very solid. Very, very solid. Okay, so we are going to switch to this. And the Fantastic Friday tournament hosted by Subutai. Looks like all the rounds are finished. My opponent already reported it for me, so that's nice. And now we have 2 rounds that are being played right now. So Soder versus Flash Flood and Hlidden versus Scrambled Egg Special, who apparently is like a really solid Beastman main. Some strong players playing. We got Platypus and Kark and Subutai, Jay Phoenix. Pretty much everyone that won the first round is someone who's won tournaments before. So yeah, it's going to be a very strong range of opponents. Granted, it is single faction, so there is a little bit of RNG as it pertains to what you get in your matchup, but that's why I like playing Empire. They're not like super good against anyone or super bad against anyone, right? It's just a really, really nice sweet spot. All right. Grumbrindle says, I'm a little bit saddened by the fact that the current domination meta is 3 heroes and 1 million cheap units. It depends on what you're playing, dude. That's the meta for some factions, yes. Much like it's their meta in land battle as well, but you can make elite stuff work. You just typically need a smaller map. On bigger maps, of course, swarming builds are going to be more effective. Vampire Coast, dude, so here's the thing. I've been playing some Vampire Coast off stream. And I just keep finding that I don't know, something about them doesn't feel good to play these days. I know they got nerfed, but like, I don't know what it is. Maybe in land battle they're a little bit more prevalent, but here it just seems, you know, it's the jank. All right, let me see if there's like some weird download going on in the background or something. I don't think there would be. Let me just close a bunch of things. Okay. I don't know if there's some funkiness going on, so just gonna start closing things a little bit. See what we can run into. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe that'll do it. So now we're just waiting for our next round opponent. Hey, Jonathan, thanks for all the entertainment, Turn, and happy birthday. Thank you. It was my birthday 2 days ago, but I greatly appreciate it, the belated birthday. Means a lot, my friend, and hopefully you're enjoying all the hot action. Professor Pone says, I had a good game versus Platy. I thought he was for sure going to bring Wood Elf Melee Rush, and he did not. Yeah, the sneaky platypus. Deadly, cunning predators. Yeah, they're causing problems all over the place, huh? All right, so yeah, still 2 people we're waiting for, so we'll get in there. Talking about Empire crossbows. Empire crossbows are okay. I always prefer to go Huntsman because though they do less DPS overall than crossbows, they do better against large targets and okay against infantry. And I've always been a Huntsman enjoyer. They're also into loose formation, which makes them more resilient against enemy bombardment. So there's a couple reasons why the dreaded Huntsman for me is the way to go. All right. Yeah, a lot of games going down here. Playing a little bit of Cathay the other night. Not as cool as the Empire, but you know what? They tried their best. If you try chanting the Holy Litany, yeah, the tech priest, I know. Yeah, July 12th is my birthday. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. I took the day off. I just kind of took it easy and just hung out with the lady. It was great. Yeah, Vampire Coast they can still win. I don't think they're doing that badly in the meta. I think Vampire Coast, like, if we look at the current win rates this season, I mean, the win rates fluctuate a lot, you know, based on, like, sometimes, like, look, if a player like Platypus wants to pick up a faction that has a bad win rate, he could probably bring it to at least 50%. He might not win in the finals against other players who are playing super meta, but even still, he would probably be able to find a way to do very well. All right. Yeah, so currently, I mean, Vampire Coast is sitting at a 45% win rate, 19 and 23. I mean, all that is one single faction tournament worth of games for them to be over 50%. Honestly, like, these factions are, like, all fine, I think. Well, I would say this is, like, the range of healthy factions right now. Yeah, Vampire counts are strong, but they're not, like, indomitable. You can beat them for sure. They don't feel bad to play against, at least for me. These factions need some milk down here. These guys need a little bit of a H2O. They're struggling. Khorne, I don't know about Khorne. It's weird. I don't know why they're not doing well. I felt like they were solid before, but damn. Bretonnia, Ogre Kingdoms, and Chaos Dwarfs definitely need a little bit of a bounce pass, in my opinion, but yeah. We'll see what happens. Jonathan, thank you for joining the Dukes of Haggard, my friend. I greatly appreciate it, and yeah. Hopefully this accursed lag will subside. Do Iron Hill Gunners and Chaos Dwarf Shotguns work in the same way? In a very similar fashion, yes. I believe the Chaos Dwarf Blunderbusses do more damage, but they're also way more expensive. But you're getting armor and durability with them too. Whereas Iron Hill Gunners are like the ultimate glass cannon unit. They can like one-shot characters sometimes, like casters, if you can catch them on slipping. I don't know why Khorne is doing badly. I'm going to have to start playing some Khorne games. I think I might have to. By the way, the last game that we played, how laggy was it? Was it like nonstop or was it kind of intermittent? Was it tolerable? Let me know. Yeah, let me know. Maybe we'll do a little something. Bone says because I main Khorne with shedding a tear. Yeah. Khorne lost 6 times and win 0 against Skaven. Yeah, Skaven have some good tools against Khorne. They can really target their elite infantry or good quality infantry with their crappy Skaven infantry and nuke them with like mortars and globadiers, and rat ogres are also a good counter against a lot of those units. Khorne is good in matchups in which minotaurs are really good. I feel that's kind of the tie together with all that. All right, so how are we looking? A little lag? Yeah, all right. Curses pissing me off. It was a PowerPoint? Really? That bad? Okay, so we still have 1 game finishing. I don't know if I have time to restart. Trixie Hobbitses. Trixie Hobbitses indeed. Thank you guys for your support for sure. Looked a little slow FPS, but no buffering. Okay, that's good. I'll be back in just 1 second, guys. All right, back in business. So let's see here what we got. Let's get it. Lag wasn't bad, but the FPS was a little bit slow. All right, could be worse. One game still going. They have about 8 minutes to finish before we start our next round with the Sons of Sigmar. Happy to start off with a win. You know, even if we take an L from here, I'm pretty happy with that overall situation. So looking at the players who have been who won the first round, we got Platypus, Kark, Subutai, J Phoenix, Hidden for Poland, myself, F-Pod, Icarus, Salsa, Mixem, and a handful of other players here who are going to be doing their thing. Yeah, a lot of great players in this event. Very strong. A couple top players for sure. Let's see if we can get the old win for Sigmar. We have to use the lag switch to our advantage, you know. Just when my old man hands can't keep up, my 35-year-old hands now, actually after my birthday, we'll try. We'll put the lag switch on so we can micro our units as fast as these Zoomers here. All right, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad it wasn't too bad. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, should be starting in just a second. Let's see, Subutai, I'm sure eagerly watching and refreshing the window. And yep, we're going to be getting into the next round. It looks like they just reported their score. And let's get it. Let us get it for sure. We'll be casting all the rounds today. Let's see what it looks like in terms of the rounds. Yeah, so it's best of one all the way through. So really just a classic SFT. So there's no best of 3 at the end. It's just straight up single faction. Like you just play only your faction the entire way through. No, there's no prize for winning tournaments. Usually what I do for prizes now is I will put a prize on the season finals, like, you know, 500, 600, you know, between $500 and $1,000, depending on sponsors for the season finals. So it rewards players for playing in the tournaments and being able to qualify and whatnot. Because I used to put a weekly, like a prize in every tournament I hosted. But honestly, with the current, like, it just brought out so many cheaters. People who would smurf on accounts and people who would, there was a bug in the Total War client where people could look at other people's armies by just using a mod in multiplayer. I don't even know if they fixed that. So it felt a little bit like, and there were some people I suspected of doing that. And also there was a handful of cheaters we caught. So it kind of just, you know, I was like, you know, unless Creative Assembly wants to, you know, really sure-proof their game, it just felt like, you know. Whereas, like, most of the time the cheaters are going to be too lazy to play an entire season worth of games to qualify for a grand finals. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's been a good change. Granted, you know, yeah, there's pros and cons to both for sure. All right, Subutai, looks like the next round is up. Let's get it. Quintus says, yeah. All right, so we're playing Icarus. So let's invite a player here. We got our opponent. And here they are. Let's see what they got. All right. So the map is going to be, for round 2, it's going to be the Glade of the Everqueen, which is not the best Empire map. It does have some hills. So like standing shooting, like Silver Bullet type units are going to run into some issues, but could be worse. Rubs evil hands together, I know. I love it. So Caleb says, I've watched your content since game 2, but I never played online battles. So if you're a first timer, I would highly recommend joining our Discord. Like, get in there, come party, and it'll be nice because we have like a forum section where you can talk to really experienced players and get feedback, and also you can find games. We have a looking to practice section, which is going to get you like good, honest games. Yeah, so that's what I would recommend. All right, so let's go ahead here and get the screen blocker up and start making our army. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. I know, yeah, I was surprised to find so many people cheating with the low stakes we had in our events. But, you know, $25, $50, $100 for a tournament might seem low stakes. But in some regions of the world, that's you know, a fair amount of money, so. All right. Let's get it going here. So we got the Wood Elves. Wood Elves are a bit of a scary one. Yeah, they can definitely cause some havoc. So let's get this, and yes, outstanding. Can get you guys. Yeah, there's options here, all right. Sneaky. I have to say, playing against Wood Elves just always stresses me out. I don't know what it is, but it's just so stressful. Yeah, it's always just a terror. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna use one of my forbidden specials that I just absolutely love using, which is great. And as far as the rest of the formation goes, wagons are not very good here, I don't think. I think there's a lot of answers for them. Yep, definitely join the Discord server. Tons of new players looking to battle it out. Yeah. There's been so many new faces coming and doing well in tournaments, like people that I straight up had just not seen before coming in and, you know, getting the business done. So it's super fun to see for sure. All right, so we'll get you guys in there. And then we can go ahead and throw you in. And flagellants are a little bit risky. They tend to get shot to pieces in this matchup. So not the biggest flagellant enjoyer, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. All right, so let's throw you in there. Throw you in there. And as far as abilities go, yeah, we definitely want this. Okay. And okay. Looks good. Throw one more of these. Now for the rest of the army here, we gotta fine tune it. Swordsmen are okay, you know. They're not going to win any beauty contest, but they certainly tried their best. Maybe throw you in. I think that's okay. What about a meme tank here? Yeah, the Empire is my main faction. When I'm actually trying to win tournaments and things like that, the Empire is the jam. That's what I play. Honestly, I'm a little bit out of practice. I haven't played in a tournament in like several weeks, so just going back to my comfort zone so I don't get absolutely smashed. All right. What about greatswords? Is this a power fantasy? I think it is. I think me wanting to make greatswords work is definitely a power fantasy. Yeah, let's just chill out on that for now. All right. What about a mortar wagon, dude? Just surprising my opponent with just the fearsome mortar wagon coming in, causing problems. Oh man, that would be something. All right, so looks good to me. Yes. We're not playing Skaven, but yes. And cool, let's throw you in. Yeah, looks good. Solid build, I think. Solid build. I'm trying to think if there's any weaknesses to it, any openings that it might perhaps have. Y'all need another Lizardman player? Yeah, come join us, man. Lizardmen are turbo popular. They are hands down the most played faction, which is pretty wild. I wouldn't have guessed that, but they get a lot of play, man. They get a ton of play. All right, we're ready. Let's fire it up. Let's get this game going and see how this goes. Yeah, should be fun, man. Should be fun. Oh, we got some Nurgle players in today's tournament as well. Vampire Counts, Wood Elves. Yeah, Wood Elves have been getting a little bit of play for sure. They've been getting some action. People have been adopting them. I always felt like Wood Elves were kind of a bit of a hidden gem. Oh, that was almost a disaster. I almost started the game with the complete wrong spell. That would have sucked pretty badly. All right, so we're good now. Call it, have fun to my opponent. Strong player. I played against him in a tournament the last time I played in one, which was like 2 weeks ago. Maybe give or take a week and a half, something like that. And yeah, my opponent I'm playing now is very, very good. So golden chevron mortar wagons are bust. That seems like the forbidden tech. Hey, Pigeon. Hey, Turin. Happy to finally catch you live. Hope you had a great birthday. Yeah, we did. The birthday was great. It was a great day. Very low key, very, very relaxing. Dude, I just do not want to play lizards. Oh, God. Playing against lizardmen as the Empire, yeah, you can win it, but it's such a stressful matchup. It feels like it takes so much to make it all work. How would you fix High Elves? They don't need to be fixed, honestly. High Elves are a pretty good faction. I think they do just fine. High Elves are sitting around 50% win rate. Dude, I lose to High Elves all the time. I lose to them all the time, especially with the Empire. Yeah, so I think they're probably pretty good. Yeah, I think I screwed up my build a little bit. There's one thing I realized I forgot. Well, it's all right. Hopefully we'll be fine. All right. So this is our forbidden build. We got the Black Lions, my favorite tech against Wood Elves. It's very risky. But you know what? It's the time of heroes, baby. We're gonna try and make it work. All right. So let's do this and do this. We got our Sigmarite front line. Marcus Sulfart's gonna be out in the vanguard, trying to figure things out. And we got you in 3 and 4. So we got 2 Empire heavy cavalry pieces. So let's hide them in the trees for now. Like this, looking good. A couple huntsmen can go up in the vanguard out here. And as far as the rest of the army goes, let's take you guys across and have you go over to that side here. So 5 and then 6. All right. We got all our groups. I think I'm ready. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. I'm going to let him set up. The army's small, which means it's probably Way Watchers. It could be a War Dancer rush, but heavy cavalry plus, Burning Head and, I think War Dancer rushes are a little bit risky against Empire. They still can work. No, it's not Huntsman General. It's Marcus Wolfart. Yeah, we got Marcus. Yeah, he's really fun. Okay. Let's get it. Good luck. Have fun to my opponent. I think they've had enough time to set up 9 units, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So Marcus and the Huntsman are lurking in the shadows. Marcus can move up. Let's get these Spearmen moving across like so. And you guys in Group 6 need to move up this way through the trees. Let's get the Huntsman going. Marcus can go creep up. And it is going to be a Glade Lord on what appears to be a fat dragon. So we'll move you up like this. Looks good. We do have silver bullets to call in as well. So I think that could be useful. Is it going to be a dragon Glade Lord? It is. Wow, okay. I'm glad I brought Marcus. Marcus is going to be pretty annoying for that thing. He's going to be able to just kind of, poke it and put some decent damage onto it, so. I would imagine there's some sneaky. Yeah, I mean, usually when you see Eternal Guard, it's a tell that there's going to be, Way Watchers, so. We just need to make sure our Lord doesn't get cheesed here, which, I'm pretty good at losing my Lord, so we'll play it out. All right, so you guys move up. Let's do this. And we keep the black lines in reserve for like as long as we possibly can. And we pop them out only when the time is to strike is near. And silver bullets we called in just to give us an answer against that dragon. All right, so we're not gonna push too hard here. We're just gonna start ripping some Marcus shots. And hopefully he's able to hit his target. And let's move the Huntsman up to support him. And did we actually hit the dragon? No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, my opponent's watching. The boy was watching. Empire Knights, yes. And in the back, we got Winterheart Guard coming in. So yeah, definitely going to be some sort of a Way Watcher build. Yeah, it's pretty obvious at this point. All right, Huntsman can move up on the point and grab it. Marcus can also run over there. And we do have our Group 6, which is going to be holding that point. A call-in Treekin. Okay, so looking to grind a little bit. So let's get these Huntsmen back, get silver bullets. We can position them like up here, I think, on this hill. And just kind of like shoot whatever kind of moves between us here. All right. So Spearmen. Let's move them up a little bit, take a little bit of ground. We have the heavy cavalry in reserve. And these Spearmen are going to be heading up too. Sneaky. Grenade. If they push up on this side, we just grenade launcher them. If they come in without support, they just get grenade launched is the idea. All right, let's pull silver bullets down here. I feel like that's going to be a little bit safer. Maybe get the Huntsman chilling out this way. You guys are up on the points here. Marcus doesn't want to be wasting ammo. Let's make sure he's shooting at the Glade Lord here. And the silver bullets should be able to nail down those Treekin like very effectively, actually. All right, so we got 2 points. Our opponent's going to be yielding to us initially. And yeah, unfortunately, the Huntsmen revealed themselves because I'm a potato and forgot to reveal. So now we pull out the War Wagons and we start just blasting. Yeah, we start blasting hard. All right, so keeping the pressure on the Lord. Let's get you out here. And we just save our summons for now and see what we want to call in. Okay, Huntsman. Yeah, you know what? We can just blast these guys for now. It's okay. Marcus getting a little bit of damage in there. Let's go ahead and move you and run this way. And now we start to see the heavy hitters. So it's going to be the War Dancers coming out. So let's start shooting them with some of the firepower. And the heavy cav can come out. So let's do this and do this. And we can call in the Zentler's Reichsguard as well, which should be a good counter against War Dancer type units. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm still lagging a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. It is what it is. Can't do a lot to avoid it. So the Lord's getting popped back. Start shooting at the Treekin here. Marcus still putting some nice pressure on the Lord. Nothing too crazy, but it certainly adds up. And the Black Lions are melting those units there. That's really nice. All right, so let's get the charge on those War Dancers here. Pull these heavy cavalry down this way. See if we can hunt these guys down. And overall, not bad. Okay, so now we see the dreaded Hawkeyes of Jakira. That is what I was concerned about. So we're going to start hitting them. And we need to get our caster out here. I totally forgot. And I was like, I feel like something's missing here. All right, let's charge in there. Get that going. Silver bullets putting some hurt. And Hawkeyes of Jakira switching onto the silver bullets. So we need to pull them back. And now we can just hit these guys again. And we can hit these guys again. A little bit of sandwiching action. Looking great. All right. So Lord's getting popped. Let's pull silver bullets a little bit deep set. You can see the Hawkeyes of Jakira are actually getting melted pretty badly. And now we can grab these two Empire Heavy Cavalry. I don't have my screen blocker on, do I? Oh my god, I thought I did the whole time. Yeah, we should be able to get on top of the Hawkeyes and give them some trouble. All right, so the Dragon Lord's coming in. So let's do this and drop a snare on it. So we're going to snare down the Dragon Lord. And as far as the reinforcements go, let's call in Knights of the Blazing Sun. You're just a great unit. Knights of the Blazing Sun are money. Okay, this actually is my opponent's lag from what I can see. So yes, lag for the lag god, lag for the skull throne, something, however the hell that goes. All right, so let's get onto the units here and sacrifice these Empire cavalry pieces to get that value. Shoot these guys, and now we need to go ahead and do a little bit of a burning head right down the line there. Should do some good damage, and hopefully we can melt this Lord here. Yeah, Marcus is still shooting it. The Dragon Lord is taking some damage. Let's get you guys out. Move you up, get the Knights of the Blazing Sun to clear out those Dryads on the far side, and yeah, we've successfully compromised their missile line, and they haven't put any pressure on the Black Lion, so I think we just win this game. I think we do. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like we're in a very dominant position. Yeah, the fact that we just have these cavalry rampaging in their backfield and just so many free picks all over the place is quite nice for us. All right, so free company coming out, Knights of the Blazing Sun. Definitely want to kill those Dryads if we can. And they're basically a hard counter. Yeah, you see, this is like, we just have heavy cavalry rampaging all through the backfields of our opponent's army. That's not good for them. Yeah, it's really not good. We can have you guys actually fight against these Wild Riders with spear support and probably end up winning that fight. All right. Get spears up on the point. Lord is getting popped, albeit very slowly. And we need to get the Huntsman turning about face. Unfortunately, my opponent does get the Black Lions kind of popped here. That sucks. I do have some ROR Free Company Militia that can come across. If it means I get their Lord, then it's probably okay. And honestly, the Lord might just straight up die here with all the firepower we have. Let's get the Wizard going there too. All right. So looking pretty brutal. Yeah, we get sandwiching charges on everything. Dryads get basically hard countered by the Knights of the Blazing Sun. And now we can move over here and grab this point, and that's got to be GG. Yep, we got it. Still got it, baby! It actually wasn't my lag that game. That was my opponent's lagging, so. Yeah. Sigmar bless. Yeah. Yeah, we did it. We did it. So the Black Lion ROR is pretty money there. It's really good at outranging the archers and punishing them. Marcus is great. He just pokes and has a net. Yeah, 1,300. Huntsman did good. Empire Heavy Cavalry did pretty good. And let's see the rest of the army. 1,600 on those. Zantler's Reichsguard. Silver Bullets ended up getting about 800 as well. Yeah, boy. We got it. All right. GG, well played. I'll support the score. It's going to be a hot minute before our next match is ready. I think we finished that one pretty quickly. So the hardcore cavalry flank and sweep is the most Empire tactic. Yeah, it's Wood Elves have always really struggled against the what's it called? Against the cavalry play. All right, so my opponent already reported it. Great. So off to a good start. What we need though is we need our opponents to keep playing in the tournament and winning and getting good tiebreakers for us. Because if they just drop, then our tiebreakers are going to be in the pits of hell. So hopefully they win their next games. My opponent Icarus still has a chance to qualify too. Because if I can keep winning, then I'll give them a good tiebreaker. So yeah, pretty sweet. Okay, so what I was going to say is I forgot to bring healing. So what a lot of Wood Elf players do is they'll bring like tools to snipe your like Sunmaker. I think I should have brought a Life Mage in reserve with regrowth to, in case my wagons got compromised, I could come in and regrowth them. Anytime you're playing against Wood Elves, I think it's pretty prudent to have like a Life Mage in reserve just on horse. You bring the Power Stone for the Winds of Magic, and you cut Life Bloom, and then you just bring like a regrowth. So if Marcus is close to death, like it's only 800 gold, and it's a really nice contingency plan, I think. Yeah. I personally think it's good. So clearly what they needed was to bring, it's extremely difficult for Wood Elves to beat down. Not extremely difficult. I would say it's a slight Empire favor at the mid-level, but at the highest level, I think top-tier Wood Elf players can definitely beat top-tier Empire players. 100%. Nothing like a turn stream while playing some Warcraft 3. Right on. You playing some 1v1s? What are you playing? Custom games? Let's take a look at the brackets here. And let me message this. Mix it up. My opponent says I was expecting Boris, so I brought a Glade with the net. Yeah, that's why you got to switch it up every now and then. Boris is super good in that matchup. Like, Boris is an unholy terror in that one. So, all right, so we got the dub. A lot of other games being played. They'll be finishing here pretty soon. Professor Pone versus Tim the Wilder. Professor Pone doing the Archie K roundhouse run today. We got Subutai versus Kark, and yeah, all right. 2-0 so far. Hey, I'm happy with how this went. So the next map is Borderlow Landing, which I think is a pretty decent Empire map. It's not... That pillar in the middle makes it a little bit hard for your direct fire artillery to hit. What good players will do is just hide character squads behind it, and you just can never kill them. But it's a great map. I think Borderlow Landing is one of my favorites. Hey, Skaven Lord, appreciate it. Looks like the lag has completely subsided, so I think we're golden. I think it was just a internet thing. So Ruthless, for him, Warhammer 3 is going to have less than... Oh my god, right as I say there's no lag, it just comes back. The whole game was pretty much lag-free, though, so... Yeah. Oh, man, okay. I see it having some problems here. This would probably be a good time to restart my internet. This would probably be a good time for it. Yeah, I see it struggling, so maybe we'll give it a whirl. Okay. If I restart, it's going to take a long time, though, and that whole game we didn't have any lag, so I think we just got to push through it. How good are Thunder Barges? I don't think they're in the game yet. I think the dwarves could get some big blimp of doom. I think that'd be really fun. I mean, I don't know. There's a super iconic character in the books from Gotrek and Felix that uses the Thunder Barge, so I think it could happen. If you could change one thing about Warhammer lore, what would it be? Okay, so I would get rid of the end times in Warhammer lore and just have Games Workshop just update the setting and have a cataclysm event in Warhammer the Old World that doesn't destroy it. So there's still a lot of the same characters, but maybe the power structure and the empires are a little bit different. That's what I would have done. I think the end times was just awful, And, early Age of Sigmar is pretty bad. Understandably, the lore is quite a bit better now, but yeah. They're committed to restart, yeah. I don't know if it'll help. I don't know if it will. I could do a little bit of unplug here. We'll see. Yeah, it's tempting me. It is tempting me indeed. Yeah, the end times is it was a really poor way of handling your setting. It'd be like if Magic the Gathering they just have all the realms or planes that they have, and they just let's just delete all these and make some new shitty one, Despite having years and years of lore on Dominaria and all these different planes, Yeah, that would feel pretty bad. Granted, lore and Magic isn't as important in Magic the Gathering. I mean, obviously we have a Lord of the Rings set, a Warhammer 40k set, all this stuff. So, and for 40k lore, I don't know enough about 40k lore to really answer your question. So, yeah, I feel like they could have just made AOS. They could have just had the new edition of Warhammer Fantasy be called Age of Sigmar, and have some event happen that doesn't destroy the old world, that takes place in the old world, so you still have those roots, but you just you could redo things. They could even find a way to make Stormcast Eternals if they had such a hard on for adding Space Marines, right? You could just have the Stormcast Eternals be Sigmar's intervention during the end times, right? So there's an apocalypse event, and Sigmar comes down and brings champions of old, who are the Stormcast Eternals at that point, and saves the old world. But then there's a new power structure. You have the Stormcast Eternals. There's a little bit of ambiguity because the Stormcast Eternals, yes, they might be arbiters of, air quotes, justice, but they're also a little bit shady, a little bit ruthless. There could have been so many cool, grimdark things you could have done with the old world, but, just, they didn't do it. Didn't Magic just do that with all the planes? Yeah, many planeswalkers lost their spark, but it's not those planeswalkers still exist. Those characters still exist. Their history exists, their accomplishments, I think that was a very different, very different thing. I love that video by, I think his YouTube channel is Brother Alphabusa. It's when the end times happened and they canned Warhammer Fantasy. He made some really funny video where the ground Marines arrive in Bretonnia. It's hilarious. Or the Empire, I can't quite tell. Know me. Hail the Haggard Lord of all RTS, a true son of Sigmar. Pretty cool, bro. Hey, thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah, AOS could have been its own setting too, another planet or another dimension or something. Yeah, I'm hyped for the old world that's coming. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I hope they put a little bit of effort into it. In the Age of Sigmar RTS game was interesting too. I had an okay time playing it, but you could kind of tell that they made it for Xbox controllers, the way that the UI was. Yeah, I hope they improve it and make it a little bit more responsive. It was close. It was close. Sand Pirate, belated happy birthday. Just wanted to say thank you for all the hard work and awesome content. Thank you so much. Appreciate the birthday wishes. 35 years young, baby. Still battling all these youngins here in RTS games. How is Cathay doing? Pretty bad. Yeah, Cathay is pretty one-dimensional. Cathay's not in the best shape, unfortunately. Yeah, they're a faction I just really don't enjoy playing. Because Cathay just can't kill foot-based characters. It's the most frustrating shit ever. They just straight up can't. So, That's tough. Are you going to pick up the new Cities of Sigmar? No. I have a Warriors of Chaos army that I'm working on for the old world, and it's all the new Age of Sigmar models, like so the Slaves of Darkness stuff. But I'm going to use them in Warhammer Old World because they basically are just updated Warriors of Chaos. So if I were to play Age of Sigmar games, it would just be with Slaves of Darkness. So, do you think that the Empire is getting? What do you think the Empire is going to get in the DLC? Okay, so I think the Empire is missing a handful of units. So Warhammer Fantasy 8th Empire roster. All right, let's see if I can find it here. Yeah. Let me see if this has the missing units. Okay, is this the list of Empire units? Is this for an 8th edition, though? Or is this going to be including all of them? Battle Mage, Captain of the Empire, Elector Count. Let's see, what else we got? Empire General. One sec, guys. I'm just trying to find a website that'll have all this. Okay, this one seems to be missing. Okay. Warhammer. There should be some sort of a Wikipedia page or something. Yeah. But anyways, I think we could get like a Celestial Huracanum is for sure going to come. You know how every DLC has like a centerpiece? I think the Celestial Huracanum will be that for the Empire. It's going to be like a big Winds of Magic kind of Wuxing War Compass style unit that has some bound abilities, some lightning abilities. So that'll be very fun. I think we're going to get the Colleges of Magic characters, so we'll get like wizards. So we're going to be getting basic wizards of all different types, right? So that could be pretty cool. And yeah, I don't know, some RORs. There's a whole bunch to choose from, honestly. There's a whole bunch to choose from. So yeah, we don't know what it's going to be. Man, we finished that game super quickly, dude. That was a fast one, because my opponent didn't play it through, which makes sense considering it was pretty much over. Yeah, so the games are still going. Yeah, Empire is going to get like a whole range of Battle Mage Lords, I think. There's a lot of great characters. There's like Kurt Helborg, Luther Huss. Like one that I always thought would be fun, but I don't know how you would make him unique. I always thought that the Mad Count would be really good. Of Aberland, that's his name. He has the pony named Daisy. His horse that like gives him all his his intelligence. He basically, the horse is like his who he talks to about strategy, because he's basically inferred to be a little bit insane. Living on the border of the vampire counts is gonna be doing some rough stuff to you for sure. Celestial Huracanum versus Shredder of Lustria Fight Night. Oh, the Shredder would take that thing down so hard. I have a Celestial Huracanum in my tabletop army. It's a pretty cool model. It looks really neat. Reichsguard on foot? Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, give me some like foot Reichsguard with like halberds or something. Oh, that'd be rad. Marius Leitdorf, yeah. The Mad Count, yeah. I always thought he'd be a really cool addition. Something to consider. All right, how we looking? It's refreshing here. I gotta make a video on this Chaos build guide. I made builds for every Chaos matchup. If you guys look here, you can see I have them for all the matchups in the game. And they've all been pretty battle tested. Not all of them, some more than others, but generally, like if you're a new player to the game, these builds will be functional for you. Like you'll be able to beat, probably beat some of your friends, which is good. I don't know why I have a Beastmen build here. What the hell is this? I love that Beastmen are just the perpetual meme, They're just like, yeah, I think I started working on a Beastmen build guide and then I lost interest. I was like, I don't know. I hope that Games Workshop like keeps the Beastmen as like the meme faction forever, like NCA, just like the unloved, nobody never gets any updates. Do normal humans exist in AOS? Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm. They didn't at first, and then they added a couple factions that had them. So they're making their rounds. Okay, so let's see here. So if I do this, I'm trying to think if it'll like cancel the whole stream if I restart my internet right now. It seems to be, according to my statistics, it's lagging 15% of the time. So Beastmen were a meme in tabletop? Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, they're good in campaign. They got a pretty nasty campaign update with Torox. Like I remember you could like just basically steamroll the entire world with Torox in a couple turns, right? If we get Tamarkon as an Urgle Lord, yeah, I think so. Okay, 2 games left to finish, guys, and then we're on to the next round. So far, undefeated players: Kark, Platypus, Hlidden, which would be really bad to run into because he's playing dwarves. And the next map is Borderlow Landing, which I guess would be an okay map to fight dwarves on. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, so. Yeah. Beastmen were briefly good in AOS? I am, yeah. I'm getting my suffering right now. I play 40k, and man, Death Guard are so haggard. Oh my god. Compared to like some of the other factions, dude, it's just so janky. Yeah. Skaven's strongest builds at the moment are basic unsummon Seer Lord. Yeah, you can still win with Skaven without doing the unsummon thing though. It's very strong because 8 leadership on your whole roster is pretty OP. But yeah, it's something. Beastmen are okay in AOS. Ignoring armor is cool. That's nice. Torok's at release was hilariously broken. He was. Beastmen are eventually going to get the Bretonnian troop, and Minotaurs are going to be punting away heavy cavalry. Beastmen are weird, dude. They they're not doing badly. I mean, Beastmen are sitting at, let's see. They're sitting at like a 50% win rate, just about. Like, it's really not the worst. Like, let's take a look here real quick while we have some time to kill. So yeah, we see Beastmen sitting at 78 and 89, really not bad, with 47% win rate. Advantageous matchups versus Khorne, Cathay, Warriors of Chaos. Wow, Beastmen just smashing Warriors of Chaos, 8 and 3, geez. Honestly, yeah, I mean, the thing is, oh wow, a 60% win rate against Bretonnia. It's only 10 games, but even still, that's pretty respectable considering how OP Bretonnia is. Also not bad performers against Kislev. Who gives Beastmen the business? Yeah, I think Empire definitely is favored against Beastmen. Usually I find myself winning that matchup. I have lost it a couple times, but I do feel as if the Empire is favored here, so this makes sense. I personally feel Chaos Dwarves can lose to Beastmen pretty easily if the Beastmen player knows what they're doing. But yeah, maybe these wins against the Chaos Dwarves, or losses, were before we limited the Chaos Trains, which obviously are just like egregiously powerful, right? So I think that could have been the case. Yeah. Because of outer region turn, yeah. Yeah, Beastmen are interesting, man. They're interesting. I feel like they're not bad. They're hard to play though. Beastmen are definitely not an easy faction to play. I mean, I guess you could just go mouth breathing Beastmen Rush, like super wide. But the Greenskins kind of just do that better because you have Bonewood Staff, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a tricksy hobbit. All right, 2 games. We got Soder versus Jay Phoenix and Scrambled Eggs and Manus. Yes. So they're playing it out. They're very hard to beat with Khorne. Yeah, I don't even know. So if I was playing Khorne against the Beastmen, what would I do? Let's go like Theorycraft a little bit. We have some time to kill. Thanks guys for joining. Sorry about the lag tonight. Not much we can do about it, so it is what it is. Would I go Marlin, Scarbrando, and just try and get like a rampage? I really like Valkia here, but she can get trapped in Centaurs and just like... Yeah, probably Marlin is good. So let's get Rage Embodied, and probably that's it. Just go Bare Bones. And I would honestly go Bloodbrute. Like, I feel like this combo is going to be able to really, really bully a lot of Beastmen units. As far as my battle line goes, like, I'm almost tempted to go Halberds, but I think Chaos Warriors probably... Well, maybe we do like an SE blob. I guess it depends on the map, right? Yeah, like, I don't hate this. Like, the Gates of Khorne. So what you do is you have the Shielded Marauders, just cheap, bare bones. We can afford 1 more unit here, so what do we want to get? Maybe like 1 throwing axe, sure. This would probably be the direction I would go. I would just try and grind the Beastmen down on 1 objective, like pretty hard with all these SEs, and break that position with their, the leadership and stuff. And then in reserve, you're just going to max out on Fleshhounds. Fleshhounds are super good. I believe they beat Centaurs. And for infantry, you could pull some halberds in reserve in case it's like a Mino heavy build. You can call in a couple of those guys right when the game starts. Chaos Knights against Beastmen is interesting. I actually think they could be good. Like 1 Chaos Knight of Khorne. I feel as if they will trade well into Minotaurs if they can get optimal charges. They also do fire damage against Butchers of Kalkengard. Yeah, that could be an interesting style of play. Let's see what else we would want to mix in there. We can bring some Minotaurs of our own, like a couple of Khorne Tours, like anti-large ones. Khorne, because like I feel like you don't have too much problems with the infantry fight with your cultists. It's just about, winning the big fight and or surviving Ungor Raiders. Maybe 1 Fury wouldn't be like a terrible idea, but overall I think something like this could be really good. I don't know though, I'd have to play it against some Beastmen players. I honestly really like Khorne. I think their playstyle is super fun. Maybe I'll have to adopt them. That's a faction I would legit enjoy playing a lot. I wouldn't obviously have the proficiency I have with the Empire, but okay, 1 game to go, and then we're starting the next round. We'll see how we can do in round 3 here, and have some fun. Yeah, Raiders I think are the best unit on the roster. I'm actually going to be making a video for don't forget a mage. Yeah, well, Khorne doesn't have mages, my friend. So if I had to do a best unit on the roster for all of the factions, for the Beastmen, I would probably say, and I'm going to do a video on this too, that'll be a little bit more thought out. Probably Butchers of Kalkengard for them. For Demons of Chaos, I don't know, what's the best unit they have access to? It's kind of weird with them because it's just like, I don't know, maybe like Fleshhounds or something. Fleshhounds have been nerfed a couple times though, so maybe not Fleshhounds anymore. You know what? There's one unit I feel like you almost always see on Demons of Chaos, and I feel like it's the Plague Bearer. I feel like that's like a really big backbone. Empire, it's easy. It's War Wagons. For High Elves, I would probably, I don't play High Elves that much, but I would maybe lean towards like Silver and Guard. Like I would say Silver and Guard might be one of the better units. Reavers, like Silver and Guard and Illyrian Reavers for me would probably be like the top two units. For Lizardmen in Dom, it's kind of an interesting one. You have a lot of good units. I'm actually like a big enjoyer of Saurus. I think Saurus are just super, super resilient and really good in domination mode. I also think Ripperdactyls are underrated. Coldland Spear Riders, Chameleon Skinks. Like I'd have to talk to some Lizardmen players to really figure that out. And for Ogres, it's easy. It's just their Bulls. Bulls are just super cost effective. Tomb Kings is a weird one. I haven't played them in a while. I don't know what I would say would be the best unit. Maybe Sepulchral Stalkers. Like Eyes of the Desert kind of are ubiquitously good in the meta. I feel like they're really, really nice. Ushabti Great Bows are solid. Yeah, Kepler Guard are pretty good too. But like I feel like one of the units that often saves them is the Eyes of the Desert. Yeah, so maybe that would be it. For Vampire Counts, I don't know, man. I'd have to ask Subuchai. I feel like Graveguard are just super menacing. Like, they're just resilient, high armor, high damage, great combat stats. I feel Graveguard are just really, really a centerpiece that often give people a lot of trouble. All right, how are we looking in the next round? I'm going to be doing a whole video on this. It'll be coming out sometime next week. But, yeah, White Lions are good, but they're not... I think Silver are better. Yeah, I think Silver and Guard are better. All right, so for Bretonnia, it's obviously the Grail Cavalry. With the current bug state, like Grail Knights and Grail Guardians, like... pretty easy, but if you go outside of that, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard. They really just hog all the shine there. For Dark Elves, I don't know what the best unit. It would be Malekith, but if we were doing just best units, Malekith like is basically like the glue that holds this faction together. In my opinion, he's just like some duct tape that just like keeps the Dark Elves going. I don't know what I would say. I'm gonna have to consult some specialists here, but Malekith would be my normal go-to. Aside from that, I'm actually a big enjoyer of Corsair Handbows. I think Blackheart Corsair Handbows are amazing. I think they're really, really good. So I might lean towards them if we're looking outside of like Malekith. For Grand Cathay, I think the Humble Jade Warrior is one of the best units. I mean, for 500, a really stalwart unit that can be potentially buffed up. So, you know, I think the Humble Jade Warrior, like Cathay never leaves home without them, right? It's like the go-to. Khorne, I think it's still Fleshhounds. I think Fleshhounds are amazing. Norska, probably Marauder Champions. I think the Sword and Board version is just super, super good. Very resilient. For Skaven, I don't know. It used to be Globadiers, but probably just the Clan Rat. The Humble Clan Rat is really good. For their price point, the capture weight they provide, and their decent combat prowess in tandem with the leadership buff they get from the Power Grab cheese, I think is really, really good. For Tzeentch, my power fantasy for Tzeentch is to say the Chosen. I know that's probably not true, but man, I always have a lot of success with Tzeentch Chosen, like a whole lot. I feel like they definitely get the job done. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. That's the power fantasy right there. Although, and realistically speaking, probably Screamers. Screamers of Tzeentch are like really, really defining in a lot of matchups. Yeah, like they just carry you against Ogre Kingdoms, against like any cavalry factions. So probably Screamers. For Warriors of Chaos, it's Severed Claw. Oh, that's right. Tzeentch has Severed Claw too. Yeah, so it's definitely the Severed Claw. The best unit on Tzeentch is the Severed Claw. Those units are just indestructible. Yeah, they're insanely good. Just like Severed Claw are just absurd. And same with Warriors of Chaos. Their best unit is probably the Severed Claw also. For Chaos Dwarves, I mean, they have the bugged trains right now. So if you're going to be including like buggy like units, it's for sure going to be the Demon Engines. But outside of that, I think my favorite unit on the Tzeentch roster is probably the Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher. I feel like this thing is just so good. It kills infantry. It always gets like 1,500, 2,000 value. It just feels like a super underrated piece of equipment. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's keep going through it. Let's see if the next round is ready. Okay, all the scores are reported, so we're going to be starting the next round here in a second. So what's it going to be? Next unit. Okay, so for dwarves, I don't know. Probably blasting charges are still considered the best unit, I would say. Like, dwarf players never leave home without them, right? Like, in every single matchup, I think you almost take blasting charges. They just give you so much utility. Yeah, armored trolls are really good for chaos also. For greenskins, probably squig hoppers. Not hoppers, but squigs in general. I just think that 350, they're so good. Armor piercing bonus versus infantry, just stack them on top of your cheap troops, and they're just like money. Just money. For Kislev, Armored Kossar is probably my go-to. I think they're just really good after the buffs. They're just such a solid staple. There's a couple other contenders, like you could say Kossovite Dervishes maybe. War Sleds are still very good, but I think Armored Kossars are just one of the best like anchor pieces you can have in your roster. Big Daddy Nurgle, it's an interesting one. You know, I don't know, man. We're not including heroes. Plague Toads might be one of the best units. Plague Toads are just amazing now. Mass, Armor Piercing, really good. For Slanesh, what do we got? Looking at the roster here real quick. I would maybe almost lean towards Seekers or the Hell Scourge. Hellstriders with the Hell Scourges. I love Seekers of Slanesh. I feel like they're such a game changer. They're such a game changer. Fast, armor piercing, just, yeah, a little bit of a glass cannon, but they can really make a big difference. I'd have to do more research. For Coast, I don't know what to even say about Coast these days, man. I don't know. Like the Direwolf, I guess. Scurvy Dogs are really good. Like Undead, Unbreakable Hound units to like pursue. Feels nice, but yeah, overall, Trixie Hobbitses, my friend. Trixie Hobbitses, indeed. All right, so looks like we got our opponent. I think we do. Let's see who it's going to be. Hey! How are you? All right, so we got our opponent here. The Scurvy Dog is probably, honestly, my favorite unit on Vampire Coast. Yeah, I've had the most success with that. So we're on Borderlow Landing. Let's do it. And here we go. Let's get it, man. Hopefully the lag isn't too bad. I'm just going to let it ride, because restarting the internet is like always a little bit risky. So, is it a Bretonia? Oh God, not the dreaded Bretonia. Yeah, we're facing Bretonia, guys. This is going to be hard. This is going to be a Royal Rumble of the Ages. Bretonia is super strong, definitely favored against Empire now, but it doesn't mean that you can't beat them. So, all right, Lord Choice, let's get it. What are we going to do here? Oh no, he's Dark Elves. Okay. He was sitting on the Bretonians, but then he switched to Dark Elves, which is a matchup that I haven't played in some time. Okay, so let's get our infantry together. State Troopers at the ready, General. There's actually a weird build I could show you guys in this matchup. But I think I'm going to play it a little bit safer for now. Yeah, because I'm trying to win today. Like I'm actually giving it a good college try. All right. Outstanding. Dark Elves are good, though. Dark Elves are great. They're a solid faction. But I'm going to be trying to win. So I'm going to use a build that I think is going to be really, really good. Like a more sweaty, competitive build. All right. And I can assure you I'm sweating quite profusely right now. So, okay. I think that's fine. Dark Elves certainly struggle with that stuff. Let's get this. Call a couple of you guys in from reserve. Get you on horseback to save a little bit of money. Get a spearman with shields to go hold the side objective. And yeah, I don't hate that. What spells do we have right now? Yeah, just that primary kit. Okay. So in reserve, we can call you guys in. Outstanding. And let's get the Reiksguard Knights, a couple Empire Heavy Cavalry. And then we need to get more State Troopers. Yeah, this build's getting a little bit crazy here. Getting a little bit crazy. A lot of expensive units. So we're definitely going to need a couple of those. Probably just one is fine. Dark Elves are pretty good at mitigating those. So maybe just one, although two, I think one is fine. And for the rest of the troopers, this is like the power fantasy of greatswords, you know? This is like, oh yes, do we finally get the moment, the time in the sun to bring the dreaded greatsword to bear? Yeah, Cold Spear Riders tend to counter a lot of your cavalry pretty effectively, so it's a little bit problematic. Looking at reinforcements here, do you have any reason to use like Pistoliers? No, not really. As much as I fantasize about it, we're not going to be using any Pistoliers. And looking at the reinforcements, I think that's good. Probably going to be like a Malekith type character. Could be a Malice Darkblade actually. He's also a bit of a menace. Malice can be a pain to deal with, so we got to put some respect on his name. Yeah, really expensive cavalry corps. Probably like that is okay. So we get you two, and then we can throw in some more of you guys. 2 and 3. All right. I like it. It's a very interesting build. If this was a flatter map, maybe more open, I could have shown you guys my forbidden tech, which is like a handgunner heavy build. So basically uses max handgunners with nets. It's hilarious. It can work very well if your opponent's not expecting it. But in this case, I think this is what it's going to be. Light Wizard Greatsword Rush? Oh god, no, that's so bad. The Dark Elves will just kite you backwards and make you chase with the Greatswords, and then they'll just shoot them to pieces with repeater crossbows on their cav. Yeah, it would not be good. It would not be good indeed. Looking around, any sort of Vanguard units I want to bring out? Not really. Any utility pieces I'm missing? I don't think so. We could actually cut you down. Throw you in there. Yeah, he's a little more expensive than I thought. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, looking good. So many cool heroes the Empire has. You got Felix, you got Ulrika, you got Gotrek, you got the full party there. All right, I'm ready. Let's get it. Luminarch is a little bit risky because of bolt throwers. Yeah, they give you some trouble. They'll give you some trouble indeed. All right, I think I'm ready. My opponent picking their banner right now, switching it up. Dark Elves are fun. Chatting with my opponent right now. A little bit of pre-game banter going down. And again, hopefully the lag won't be too problematic as we move forward here. All right, all right. All right, so what are we doing? 4 rounds today or 3? I think it's 4. Okay. Yeah, Bretonnia is really overtuned right now. Yeah, they're very OP. It sucks, you know. They're such a thematically cool faction. You know, you always get to feel like the hero of the old world playing them, but they're just OP. Yeah, Salsa's is a good player. We played in the tournament a couple weeks ago. It's funny, I'm playing a lot of the same players I played last time. Like two of the 3 opponents I've had have been people I played literally in the last tournament, which was funny. But yeah, Salsa's very good. Very, very strong player. So we'll see. We will see. Steam tanks are not very good. They could use a cost reduction of like 300 gold. I think if you made steam tanks cost like 1900 instead of 22, I think they could see some like fringe competitive play. Just because it still is a big terror-causing piece that's really, really tough to bring down. So is this salsa mild or spicy? Let's see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. We went with the old power mustache today. He's just such a safe pick. I almost went with Franz. But yeah, it's always such a bummer having to allocate heals to him. Like when you could just be using that magic elsewhere. Yeah. Healing characters are strong. That's why Malekith is crazy good too. So it's just a wagon build. You know, a lot of heavy duty wagons. Because the bolt throwers will hurt us, but we can kind of sit behind the train here and just chill out. And we have the Sigmar Suns battle line here. All right, let's get them. And we're going to send this spearman over to go hold this objective there. And we'll get the wizard up on his horse. That's pretty much it. It's very standard. Wagons counter the cold one because if you try and go heavy cav here, you get wrecked by cold one knights like pretty bad. So the wagons counter the heavy cavalry pretty well over the course of a long game. You can really drag them out and get good value and things like that. So no spicy army here. I'm trying to win today. I'm not memeing. So we're gonna be bringing the good stuff. I might use last game we used Marcus and kind of caught our opponent off guard. But yeah, overall we'll see what we can do. Let's go, Boris. Let's get it. The Toadbringer is on the way. The bringer of toads. Empire mech, as I call it. Yeah, 4 wagons with Earthblood is really good because bolt throwers don't do a ton of damage, so you can usually at least keep pace with their damage with good Earthblood play. So that's kind of the jam here. The Empire mechanized build, yes. No bolt throwers, Corsair Rush. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we can just go straight up Rassus. And then we just call in the Sunmaker and we just make it rain. All right, so let's get you up here, get this Life Wizard going. And it looks like it's going to be Dark Shards mixed with a Supreme Sorceress of Dark Magic. Interesting. What is that? Oh, Soul Stealer, Supreme Sorceress. So not Malekith. Going for like the budget Malekith as we call it. Interesting. All right. Cursed lag, dude. I'm sorry, guys. It's just, the internet's out of control today. It's struggling. It's struggling for sure. I'll have it fixed before we stream next time. Yeah, it's going in and out. So hopefully it'll be something that stabilizes here. Okay. Move you guys here. As long as my voice isn't lagging, you know, we can still chat. So yeah, Sunmaker is the auto take here, 100%. Corsair's infantry are quite good. Toddy can go and press the side a little bit. We can go over there if we want to and get a little bit crazy. We'll see. Wagons are moving up. All right, and we got you. Let's sit you in the tree here. So our front line will get smashed pretty badly by his. Pretty bad. Like the Corsair, like the mass Corsair build is going to be very, very good against us. Let's go jump those bleak swords, see if we can get some freebies here, and just start wagoning shit down, basically. But we really need the Sunmaker here. The Sunmaker, we got to make it rain. Yeah, the budget sorcerer is the meta now, huh? That's pretty cool. All right, so Toddy's going to go for a freebie. Cold One Spear Rider's moving in, no problem. And Toddy's probably going to be able to get some good value. You can see the Corsair infantry getting beat up a little bit, which is good. We almost have enough for the Sunmaker. And what's great is I learned that the delayed Sunmaker is just objectively better. All right, let's get Toddy out of here when the Dragon's going to be following up. Because if you open with Sunmaker, the problem is your opponent like plans for it as they advance. But now that like my opponent's just straight up in range of it, we're going to be able to get some good damage in there. But first things first, I got to save up for some demis and basically just protect the... All right, so shoot the cold ones. Let my opponent have the objective initially. We just got to unleash the Sigmarite powder on them. Make it rain. Yes, indeed. Okay, perfect. And let's pull you guys back like so. Outstanding. Cold One Rider's getting beat up a little bit. Malekith, Walmart Malekith is chasing me. And we're going to pull back and have to get the wagons to support. And Toddbringer can maybe fight. I don't know. Yeah, not quite yet. So the side objective should be going to us. And the Sunmaker is hitting home, relatively speaking. Let's go here. Hit these bleak swords in the middle. And move you guys this way. And now we can have Toddy go and fight. And because we have healing and we also have wagon support now. So the wagon should do pretty well. And Toddy does have self-healing. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. All right, so Flagellants move on to the point. Sigmar Suns move to the point. And we're just going to save up. All right, so keep moving. Looks like we got some good damage on the Lord there. Sunmaker is doing great. Let's switch to the Dark Shards. I feel like that's going to be a nice one to get rid of if we can. Jump on these Cold One Knights, and the side point has gone to us. So unfortunately, the Corsairs will give us the biz a little bit. Toddy getting in there. Now we save up for, I believe, some Demogryph Knights. Yeah, that's going to be the play. You guys move in there, and how are we looking here? Sigmar Suns can go duke it out with them, and Flagellants can prepare here. All right, so I think we've got a really nasty start. I don't know if my opponent will be able to recover from this. Soul Stealer going down, which is a nice cast, mind you. Let's take down the Crows of Cain. And do we have enough for the demis? We do not. But we do have enough for some Empire Knights, which we can pull. Retreat them back and make sure to get the charges. Have Toddy do a little bit of peeling. And yeah, we need to keep that Sunmaker alive, 100%. All right, so the Crows of Cain got bashed. We didn't even need to use the Empire Knights, which is good. But we need to keep tabs on them. And one of these archers is gone. Good. Keep shooting. We'll keep these Empire Knights back here as a protective piece. Let's get Toddy back up to the front line and just go keep punishing here. Yeah, diving an Empire backfield with wagons is really risky. You don't want to do that. You're gonna pay the iron price. All right, let's get him up here. Could do a little bit of Earthblood action to trigger. Yeah, let's do that. And nice. Let's move up. And I think our Sigmar Suns will trade respectably here. Yeah, that Sunmaker is doing some work though, man. It's doing some heavy lifting. You see how the Crows of Cain came back? So we need to be privy to that. So let's just get some Free Company Militia and have them turn and just shoot. And then we can get these cavalry running up to support. All right, so yeah, we're just value trading for now. What are these? Witch Elves? Sisters of Singing Doom? Witch Elves, okay. Okay, let's shoot at these Blackheart Corsairs right here. Let's get the wagons going, and I think this point should be okay for us. We'll go get Toddy in there, and we'll just kind of keep hammering into the front line here. And those guys have been broken. Let's get you, and the Life Wizard should be able to beat these tattered knights here. And then we start our big concentrated push on the middle, basically. Yeah, that's going to be the game plan. All right, so let's get some silver bullets creeping up. Give us some good armor-piercing utility. Flagellants getting the job done. Let's shoot these Cold One Knights. And I think this point should be a win for us. I don't know, it's a little bit stressful. Maybe we need to come provide some healing over there. Hard to say. All right, let's get another Spearman. Move them over there. Just plan ahead. And yeah, we win this fight. The Empire Knight should be able to win that one. Despite, you know, being a unit that counters them. I think they should. All right, so yeah, let's just get back here. Start wrecking these Blackheart Corsairs. The Lord is getting worked. We got a pretty massive little value lead. Let's pull back to the point. Not over chase here. And we can go ahead and do a little heal on our blob of infantry there. And outstanding. So we do buckle those units. Good. Silver bullets making their way up. And yeah, those guys have been pushed off. So now we can start moving up. And we just need to make sure we don't take too long. You know, that's basically the plan here. Corsair infantry getting the biz. Let's do a little bit of cycle charging. And Toddy can go in and give him some sweet loving as well. And how are the dark shards doing? The shards of darkness. All right, so they're going to be charging in here. So let's lure these cold ones into combat here. See if we can pop them down. And yeah, now we can move up here. We can do this and keep you guys moving that way too. And we need to get that lured. Great. So Toddy does get in there, but he's kind of being used as a bait piece right now because we're going to try and Sunmaker these guys down. You see the sneaky cavalry call in for my opponent. Very, very nice. I like that. I respect it. Need to deal with these dread spears. The dread spears are actually one of the big problems. And cool. So now we just get some Empire cavalry and we just intercept them and it should be fine. All right, so let's get it. Toddy's doing good work tying down those forces while they get Sunmakered. And we got Free Company Militia. We can put a little bit of hurt onto them. Unfortunately, my opponent's doing a good job of absorbing my my wagon fire, so I need to not be shooting at these stupid dread spears. It's so janky. All right, so how are we looking here? Yeah, the Lord is in a little bit of a precarious situation. Probably would be warranted for a regrowth right here. All right, so how'd the Empire Heavy Cavalry in the back do? Good. Sunmaker's still very much online. Let's shoot into the Dark Shards and just finish off that range firepower if we can. Pull you guys back, snipe the Lord. Get you getting in there, get the gun line to focus down these units, and you guys keep moving up this way. And we can honestly just press the middle. I think that's going to be fine. I really wanted to get the Royal Outdoor Griffites, but I think we're just going to have to settle for this. All right, Toddy got back, and yeah, we can... What are these? These are Dark Riders? Okay, so Toddy can come over here and help win this fight. Now we got the capture weight on the objective. Regrowth on Toddy. Usually not the best idea, but in this situation, I want him to be a little bit more resilient on his fight. And now we just unsummon the Sunmaker. The Sunmaker's done its job, so that's money. And now we're going to get a big refund too, which is really nice. Yeah, so shooting through the swords. These guys are all moving and grooving up. The Lord is very low. We're massively ahead on value. Wagons are going to run out of steam though, and then that could be where my opponent gets a bit of a second wind, right? Yeah, we gotta put some respect on that. Those Bleak Swords are holding like champs, man. They are really, really holding well. All right, let's get the Griffites. That's going to be our second kind of wind of power. Let's move these guns up, move you guys up, and hopefully we can start winning some of these fights here. Shoot you guys, and do we have any heals over here? We do. Toddy's a little bit tied up. Wagons have a little bit of ammo left, but we need to probably unsummon the wagon that is out of ammo here. All right, so let's do this. Start shooting at the shades here. Get you guys moving up. And, I mean, it is a capture weight wagon. Okay, yeah, we should be able to get the Dark Riders in there. We should be able to get in there. Let's move you back, put you in group 5, get an unsummon on you if we can. Looks like you're a little bit trapped up in melee. And now I think we can just wait for the Sunmaker round 2 to come out. All right, so get him, get him. Flagellant's still fighting on the side. Toddy's still doing good, dragging down some of these units. And now we have the Royal Altorf Griffites, which will be our counter against the Cold One spam. All right, wagons, keep going. One of you, I could use the wagons as rams. I think that might be a good idea to get in there and just kind of cause some havoc. We do break those guys, so let's get these Royal Altorf Griffites behind them. Move the Spearmen up, and move the Spearmen up over here. Nice gunfire, very, very good gunfire. Wagons helping to drag down some of the threats. And yeah, let's use the wagons as rams of sorts. I think that's going to be the play. And the Griffite should be able to just fold this position like a piece of paper here. You guys do this. And is there anything we want to do on the back point? See, I'm rapidly running. This could be a triple cap situation, which is, I mean, doable, yes, but I'd rather not be forced into the triple cap situation. So let's get the war wagons up and start using them as battering rams and capture weight pieces, which I think will be pretty good. All right, so yeah, did we break that position? We did. Outstanding. Cold One Riders are over here, so let's pull these Demogryph Knights over there to go deal with them, get Toddy in there, and now we can start moving a couple units up towards the side point, actually. Could be relatively good. A little bit of back pressure on our opponent. And cool. So we got the lawnmower wagons. Let's get Toddy in there, and looks like a little bit of pressure from my opponent here. And the Griffite should be able to take down the Corrosive Cane. Let's move you up, do this, and get a fat heal on the blob. My opponent's going to get a regrowth, or a snare on us here, so get those guys in, and you guys in, and save up for the Sunmaker round 2, basically, I think is what we do. Yep, so the battering ram wagons have gotten the job done. They've rammed through my opponent's army, and yeah, we can do a little bit of hurt here. Corrosive Cane are slowly being worn down. And Toddy can go up in the sky and fight. Sigmar Sons battle the Witch Elves. And yeah, we're just saving up here at this point. All right, move in. And let's get you up on the point. Looking good. Let's take the battering ram wagons over here to go flip that point like quickly, if we can. Corrosive Cane, and also these Dark Riders. I'm going to get wrecked by the Griffites. I love any excuse to be able to use like elite infantry. It's so fun. All right, so back you go. We never brought up these Empire Knights or these Flagellants. Weird. I could have sworn I gave them orders, but obviously it was a blunder on my part. Let's get the capture weight wagons to move over there. Anything I want to heal? I'm just kind of saving it for the Griffites, and they're basically full health, so yeah, so that's not a thing. All right, so Toddy and company, let's go get the Witch Elves. Capture weight wagons have gotten here. We got the spearmen, and yeah, hopefully those spearmen will hold well. All right, so let's get the Royal Outdwarf Griffites and Toddy and head over to Objective 3. My opponent hunkering down there, but can we call in the Sunmaker round 2? Yes, we can. So let's get the Sunmaker and have it start making it rain on this blob of Dark Riders, which is going to be very nasty. All right, perfect. So Toddy's heading that way. We can go fight these Corsair infantry, and the Crows of Cain are bashed down. Let's get the heavy cavalry to come over here and help, and just kind of start playing this point pretty heavily. Looks like the Witch Elves are dragged down, Spearmen moving up. Let's get you guys in position back here. And now we should be able to make it rain with the Sunmaker, and yeah, we win on 2 points here. We don't need to get super aggressive here, but I'm going to do it just to close out the game. Try and crush the will of our opponent. We'll see if we can. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, look at that steel faith and gunpowder. Oh, I love it. Just wake me up, man. That's the good stuff right there. All right, so Demogryph Knights are on the way over. Should be pretty sweet. We definitely need to do a little bit of housekeeping. Back objective is not being held by like anyone, so we need to make sure my opponent can't just straight up steal the back objective. So what we do is we send some flagellants over there to hold that down. All right. So what do we got? What can we even reach here? Let's see if we can hit these Bleak Swords. And we got the Demis here now. The Royal Outdwarf Griffites, we could take a big fight versus them, or we could just kind of pull back. I think pulling back is probably smart. Yeah, my opponent's actually got more than I thought over there, so I think it's time to do a little bit of housekeeping. Let's get the Griffites to go hammer those Blackheart Corsairs, pull these cavalry back. We flipped the objective long enough that my opponent's going to have some trouble, for sure. Look at the Crows of Cain coming in, dude. They didn't hear no bell. The Crows of Cain are a great unit. They're very resilient. All right, so wagon, unsummon. Let's do a little bit of unsummoning. Some housekeeping, start playing for the long game. Unsummon this wagon. And Toddy can come in and help buckle them. Let's unsummon the capture weight wagon now that we pretty much know we went on 2 points. And yeah, those guys got just chased off. Hopefully the Crows of Cain will be gone for good this time. Just an absolute menace, dude. Absolute menace. All right, so we broke that position. Let's pull you guys back. Let's get the Sunmaker to make it rain here on this blob of Bleak Swords. And we actually have enough cap weight here, which is pretty funny to threaten that objective again. Silver bullets, let's shoot the Lord. My opponent doesn't know they're there, so it's going to be some pounding. And now we call in reinforcements. Yes, the last wave of the Sigmarite Mantide will roll in and give me enough to hold this till the end of the game, hopefully. So, nice Soul Stealer. Very good stuff. The Royal Outdwarf Griffites stand at the ready to bash whatever may come in here. And the back objective, actually, we do have the tools to maybe wrestle that. It's kind of funny. Okay, Spearman back. And how's the old Sunmaker doing? Is it having some line of sight issues? It looks like it might be. But let's see if we can take down these. All right, so let's get the Griffites to go after you. Get Toddy to go join them as well. You guys can start shooting here. Pull these spearmen down this way. And stand by with some heals, which we'll be at the ready with the heals. All right. Nice shooting. Let's get you guys nailing here. Pull the Griffites back. Toddy looking like he's going to land, but we're actually not going to. You can use a little bit of healing to top this off. And you can see we're actually taking his back objective right now, so... That's going to be some sort of a Soul Stealer. Nice, nice. All right, so let's get on the Shades if we can and get you guys to move in and fight. Flagellant's in there, Toddy in there as well, and the Guns of Sigmar are certainly doing quite well. All right, perfect. So Empire Heavy Cavalry, let's move you up. Nothing threatening here. We'll leave these Free Company Militia to protect the Sunmaker in the back. Outstanding, and cool. Those Empire Cabs should actually do the trick. We'll have to see. I think we win this fight, though, with the Griffites here. It looks like the State Troopers are faltering a little bit, so my opponent does actually flip the objective, but... Ooh, this is getting a little bit dicey, isn't it? Okay, we need these State Troopers here 5 minutes ago, man. Yeah. How are the Griffites doing? Royal Outdwarf Griffites holding it down. Let's start popping the Lord in the face again. We still have a little bit of time to work with, but it's getting a little bit dicey for sure. Toddy and company should get it done. And yeah, a little bit of Sunmaker action. Friendly firing is always great. Corsair Infantry just jacked. And if we flip that back objective, though, that's going to be super, super strong. That'll basically be GG. Because my opponent could still win this now. It's going to be harder, though. The value trading is definitely in my favor, but my opponent does have healing too, so let's get the State Troopers moving up, get the guns blasting you, and the Griffites can dive on the Shades and just shut them down. All right, capture weight's in our favor. Also, we have the capture weight on his home objective, which is hilarious. Sending some grenades over there just for quick capture weight, and we can just start nuking these Corsair Troopers. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, so we get the capture weight. Our troopers arrive in time. Sigma, preserve us! All right, so we get to the point. Oh, my opponent notices. They noticed. It's fine. We still win on 2 points, and I don't think they're going to have the steam to recapture anything here. So let's just pull the grenade launchers back to the mid, see what we can get done. And Toddy can go chase down this Lord here. Yeah, and looks like the Shades are shut down. We got the cap weight. We definitely win on this, just this point right here, so that's pretty good. A lot of units on the run. Toddy's coming across to show this Dark Elf Lord what's up. And grenades can just go after the Corsairs, I guess. So maybe just pull them down here. How are we looking down there? Ah, looks like some Dark Riders were able to reach the Sunmaker, but hopefully they'll just get shot off. Yeah, it looks like they did. Sneaky, sneaky. We've been able to protect the Sunmaker, I would say, pretty damn well this game, with a couple slip-ups here and there, but for the most part, it's been well protected. Toddy in a good chase, and we have the caster here. Let's do a fat Earthblood here, hit all those units. And what do we have to call in? Hey, darling. Looking for the keys? I don't know if they're in there, but it might be. Let's pull the grenades, get these swordsmen here, run you guys through our own units. Yes, outstanding. Toddy's in a bit of a duel with the Dragon Lord. All right, outstanding. Royal Altar of Gryphites still grinding in the front, having a very cost-effective trade against Golden Spear Riders. And yeah, once again, it looks like they're on their way back in. A little bit of friendly firing, so I should probably start shooting units that are not going to get... Oh man, the Sunmaker friendly fire. It hurts. How's Toddy doing? Yeah, Toddy gets the Lord pretty low. My opponent has good micro, though. We're going to pass him on points here. Close game. It's actually really, really dicey, dude. It's really dicey. I don't know. I felt like I was in a commanding position, but like it's not the case. It's definitely not the case. Okay, grenade launchers. Yeah, hopefully we can rampage this thing. The spears are here. Hopefully the Sunmaker will just like rout some of these units that are coming back here. Toddy should probably just fight here, to be completely honest. And the Gryphites are doing good, but not as good as I would like. Okay, the Dark Elf Dragon Lord is actually a little bit low. Let's see if we can get the Gryphites to bounce over and go after it. And do I have anything else to send here? Yeah, let's get Flagellants to the middle. Got some free company coming, and grenades hopefully can reach. Let's do this. Have you go here. Get another Earthblood on those units, and get the Royal Altar of Gryphites back. That was a good Sunmaker shot. That was really good. That actually hit home. Toddy loses to the Golden Spear Riders, which is a little bit stressful. Yeah, a little bit of friendly fire Sunmaker damage. You gotta love it. Okay, so the enemy Lord is also broken. Toddy is broken. Both Lords are kind of fleeing for their lives at this point. Let's get some Empire Cav in here. We just need to hold this a little bit longer, then it's basically triple cap territory. So, all right, let's pull you back. Let's get the Empire Heavy Cav running into the Corsairs. Go fight the Corsairs. Go fight the Corsairs. We got the units arriving, which is quite good. And hopefully these Bleak Swords will get finished off here. Yeah, hopefully they will. All right, let's pull the grenade launcher down and under right here and see what we can do. Yeah, enemy Lord is broken, but we didn't quite get the kill on it. Flagellants pulling from the side point was the correct play, too. Sunmaker could go down here, but we're just going to unsummon it and just hopefully get some reinforcements. All right, Empire Heavy Cavalry, let's go here. Pull you guys back this way, over these units. Gryphites just fighting tooth and nail. This is a scrappy-ass game, dude. Really, really scrappy game. And now we're going to wait till we can get a critical mass of wagons and go for that. We could go for a little bit of back theft, actually, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Sorry about the lag, guys. It's probably on my end right now, unfortunately. I usually don't have it, but... There's a big heat wave. I have a feeling it has something to do with the internet being bad, so. All right. Let's get wagons and wagons. Durable, hard to remove capture weight. And I believe we had a second one coming out. Do we not have enough for it? Jeez. Okay. Let's move you guys up to the middle and get a second wagon coming out soon. Looks good. Let's move you guys up. And now we go for a little bit of a cheeky back cap here. I think we have enough of an advantage in the middle that we can close the game out by stealing the back objective. All right, let's get our pistols turning about to shoot at the... Oh, that's... Yes, it is my leg. Yeah, I was just checking. Okay. We're going to shoot at the Supreme Sorceress. Probably going to get gatted down. Oh, 900 HP. Let's get the Wizard getting in there to do some mortal combat. And we're going to head over to the back objective and see if we can just steal that real quick. And wagons should be arriving soon. And we win on one objective now. Yep, Lord gets taken down. It's broken. Fire, reload, fire. Take down the Dark Elf Lord. Finish it. Finish it, baby. The lag maker, I know. It's the nature of the beast. All right, we got it. Hopefully the lag was tolerable that game. I don't know what the hell's going on today, guys, but it is what it is. Oh! Sending you all the bandwidth, thank you. I wish that would help, but... Slideshow simulator? Yeah. All right, 1600. Wagons did pretty damn good, obviously. Hopefully you guys got to see most of the game without too much lag. 900, 608, pretty respectable for sure. Sunmaker carried that. Sunmaker carried that hard. 4,000 value on that thing, dude. It was just pounding the Dark Elf positions. And it's a pretty good answer. If you could protect it, it's a very good piece against Dark Elves. But it's certainly tough. It's certainly tough. Silver Bullets, 1,500. Demogryph Knights, 2,600 on the Royal Altar of Gryphites. Talk about good value. Love it. And looking here, 2,000, 1,800. Yeah, not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. GG, well played. It was a solid game. And let's report that score. All right, refresh. Yeah, lag's not so bad. Okay. Game seemed pretty fine. Good, glad to hear it. It just at the end, I noticed it kicked in a little bit. So let's report this, report that. And we were playing the Empire against the Dark Elves. Bringing up that Empire win rate, baby. One day at a time. And cool. Yeah, man. The 4,000 Sunmaker. Yeah, probably 1,000 of its value was taking down my own troopers, right? Yeah, I kind of felt that a little bit. All right, so only 2 matches left, and then we are ready for the next game. Let me say GG to my opponent. GG, well played. Scrappy game for sure. Yeah, I think if my opponent's Lord hadn't gotten caught early and lost that much health, like they could have been in a really good shape, actually. Okay, cool. The game was fine, yeah. Perfect. All right, so we potentially have our chances of qualifying are very good. Although if we lose, they probably are not, because our tiebreaker wouldn't be that strong. It depends on how well our opponents do in the later rounds. But if we take a look at the scoreboard right now, I'm currently in a good position to qualify. Oops, wrong thing. Sorry. Jay Phoenix undefeated, Hilliden undefeated, myself, and did Platypus lose? Oh shit. Looks like Platypus lost the game. Wow. Who beat Platypus? Must have been like a weird counter matchup or something. No, I see a Platy victory here. With a Platy victory. Oh, so did he drop? I think he might have dropped. Okay. Looks like Platypus just dropped. But nonetheless, Jay, Hilliden, and myself. Kark is also here. Looks like he lost the game. Subutai and Grombrindle are both also fighting for undefeated spots. They both... No, Grombrindle's only won 1. Subutai has won 1 as well. Okay. We're getting the big schemes going. Getting the big scheme in. Trying to figure out who we're going to be playing as we progress. So glad you could catch this live. Luis, I'm glad to hear it, man. Thank you. Yeah. I'm glad to hear the lag wasn't too bad. I think it's the heat wave. It's pretty bad here. It's like 100 degrees. Let's see. 100 degrees. Let's see what it is for all of you guys. All right, so 100. So it's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit here, which means for all of you folks around the rest of the world, it's 37 degrees Celsius, give or take. So it's pretty hot. Yeah, it's pretty damn hot. And I think I've been noticing bad internet for like the past week or two. So yeah, during the day. At nighttime, it's not too bad. I might have to start streaming at night, like late at night, which I think would be fun too. Perhaps you will face the mighty 1 and 2, Professor Pone. Oh no, dude, not him. Not the 1 and 2, Prof P. Dude, Pone, you know what I've been getting the itch to play, brother? Is I've been wanting to play Warcraft 3 again. That stream was so much fun. That stream was really fun. Platypus lost to Jay Phoenix. Oh, okay. Did I miss that? Oh, yeah, Jay was able to defeat Platy. Okay. Yeah, Jay's a great player. I played so many tournament games against Jay. Going all the way back to Warhammer 2, we used to play a lot. I vividly remember several like Skaven vs Empire games versus Jay. Yeah. ISP just rerouting you random places. Yeah, it's wild, man. Had a heat wave in Nova Scotia, and it's usually tops around 30 degrees. 112 in Vegas. Oh, God, that's just pure suffering. What are your thoughts on Baldur's Gate 3? I'm excited for it. I'm going to play it. Yeah, Pone and I will do a playthrough. Unfortunately, my wife is going to be in Poland when that comes out, so she won't be able to join us because her PC won't be there. But when she comes back, we'll maybe do one. But yeah, we're for sure going to be playing it. Dude, it's so miserable, the heat. Like, where we live is basically perfect. It's like paradise. The town I live in is the Shire. It is the Shire, like literally. But yeah, just the summers are just freakishly hot. So that's like the one factor that's just kind of rough about it. Yeah. Okay, still 2 people to finish. Taking their sweet, sweet time. The sweaty games are going. Yeah, Baldur's Gate will be fun. Okay. Who could we possibly play? What factions are they playing? Let's go look. So I think Jay is playing, let's go to the declarations. Oh shit, we had a Beastman in here too. Tim the Wilder playing Beastman today. That's pretty exciting. What is J? Oh, Norska. Okay, I feel like Empire can do well against Norska. It's basically just grenade launchers versus people chasing grenade launchers. Although what a lot of Norscan players have adapted to is using Fate of Una to one-shot your grenade launchers, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I can't watch a Baldur's Gate stream. I gotta play it. I completely respect that. Completely respect that. Yeah. So if we win this next one, we are pretty much guaranteed a spot in the top 4, which is good. Looks like Kark lost. My only concern is that there's a dwarf player who's also undefeated, so odds are I am probably going to be playing a dwarf player. Oh. So we got dwarves, Norska, Empire, and the other undefeated players being decided right now. Couple. So, but if we run into dwarves, that's probably going to be the end of the road. So hopefully we don't. Because any good dwarf player will typically beat the Empire. Webb, thank you for the 25. Thank you for the top tier Warhammer coverage. You're the best. Also caught Lady Turn's message about Thank you. Yeah, we've been together. Yeah, we've been married for 5 years, and we've been pretty much together maybe 6 or 7, give or take. Yeah, it's been a journey. It's been amazing. It's the best. Holy shit! I gotta show you guys the stuff she made. She made me so I have a Lord of the Rings commander deck with Frodo and Sam, partners, and she made me a deck box, on a custom wooden deck box, and it has the ring on top and the Eye of Sauron, and it has a map of Middle Earth on the sides. Dude, it is so cool. And she hand drew all the map and everything. It's crazy. Awesome. I'll have to show you guys. Yeah, that'll be fun. Webb, thank you again for the donation. Really appreciate it. All right, refreshing. Sorry, guys, for the downtime. Just waiting for the next round to start in tonight's old sweaty tournament. Quite sweaty, actually. Okay, 1 game to finish. Scrambled egg special. So the only undefeated players, let's see. Scrambled egg, I think, is how many wins? Okay, just 1. So yeah. I'm either playing dwarves or Norska. This is literally like a coin flip right here. If I get dwarves, it's going to be hard. Although, what map are we on? Ooh, and it's an Itza. Oh, no, not Itza against dwarves. Oh, anything but that. All right. Oh, man. God, no. Yeah, I'm in northern. Yeah, I'm NA. Yeah, so I live in California. Yeah, so I live in Southern California. It's pretty great here, honestly. I love California. The only thing that sucks about it is how expensive everything is. You really, really do get karate chopped on the price of living. But, outside of Los Angeles, most major cities just suck, right, to live in. LA is rough. I lived there many years, and there are some things I loved about LA. The food culture was amazing. And the amount of opportunities career-wise are pretty great. But the quality of life, if you don't live somewhere really fancy in LA, is it's like District 9 or, it's rough. Jay Phoenix is saying, I'm praying you get the dwarf. No, don't put that evil on me, Jay. How could you? Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that evil on me. Yeah, so, but yeah, most major cities are just rough, But yeah, California is a great place to live if the cost of living wasn't such a variable. That's the thing. There's so many great places to live here, but they're just egregiously priced. Even crappy rundown houses. If they're in a coastal city, they're going to be just charging you an arm and a leg. LA is weird. LA has some nice areas and then some horrific areas. It's I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just people in charge are just incompetent. It's rough. It's rough. All right, so let's refresh it here. Let's see what we got. Hey, Salsa, appreciate the kind words. I think that was are we doing 3 rounds or 4 rounds today? I think it's 4, yeah. I think it's 4. All right, refreshing here, seeing if we've gotten to the next round yet. God, please don't make me play the dwarf. Man, they're still not done yet. Yeah, they must be having a lag fest as well. I've been lagging, and we've still been finishing pretty quick. Oh man, I really hope we can dodge the dwarves. I do have a forbidden build that is pretty good against them, but a greatsword rush will not work. The dwarves will karate chop greatswords. They just blasting charge them and then shoot them to pieces, and they're just dead before they even arrive. How is a Griffin mounted Amber Wizard? Pretty terrible, because Thoric will just use a rune of slowness on you and then they'll shoot it to pieces. You have to. I'll show you the way to fight dwarves. There's really only one way to do it, and it's an uphill fight the entire way. Yeah, it's an uphill fight. But we'll give it a try. Yeah, I heard Florida has some expensive real estate too. One of the issues is my wife and I have been looking to, like potentially in the next 4 or 5 years, you know, buy a house maybe, a cheap, you know, little starter home of sorts. But it's like the rates, the lending rates are just super high. They're at like 7% right now, whereas like during the pandemic they were like 2%, and then you know before that I think they were like 4 or 5%. But yeah, 7% is brutal. So it's just like and the house prices are super high too. So it's just there's no winning. It's like getting into a house, the mortgage you'll have to pay unless you just have enough cash to just pay outright is just, it's rough. 3 steam tanks, dude. I don't know. God, please don't give me the dwarf. Make Jay play the dwarf. Come on, Jay. You know you want it. You know you want to battle the one dwarf player in the event. Yeah, Clinton's a very good dwarf player too. I've been seeing a ton of replays of them playing the dwarves. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of them replays there. I would say Platypus could still qualify too. Platy's got a good tiebreaker here. Kark actually has the strongest tiebreaker. Yeah, needed to buy when interest rate was low. Yeah, exactly. But I didn't have the capital to buy then. I mean, I barely do. I don't even really now. But you know, it's yeah, the rates aren't great. If the house prices weren't so inflated, it'd be tolerable though. Yeah, for sure. If the prices of the houses were lower, the rates being high wouldn't be as much of an issue. But the fact is they're both egregious. So it's... Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. It's a great movie, man. Is it just me or do they not make good comedies anymore? Like when was the last time a good comedy movie came out? Oh no, I got the dwarf! Sigmar, preserve us! Not the one dwarf player. Oh. No. No, no, Sigmar does not smile on us this day. We got the one dwarf player. Oh. The Empire, okay guys, here's the thing. The Empire, like in my opinion, doesn't really have any bad matchups except the dwarves and Cathay. Like aside from that, like I feel like they can win every matchup. That's why I really like them. But they're not like OP against anyone either. Oh God. All right guys, it's time. It is time. Let there be a reckoning. They have wronged us. All right, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? All right, let's get you. Do a little bit of this. Hey, it's okay. I wouldn't mind just casting the finals as well. I made sacrifices to the gods and they smiled on me. Yeah, you see, that's the advantage of being a heretic, right? You can do that kind of stuff. Alrighty. What's it gonna be here? So on Itza also. Yeah, I think it's got to be something like this. Yes, and then perfect. Okay, for the main line, we're just gonna have to. God, it's so brutal, man. I could win this on a bigger map, I think, but this is way too small. This is gonna be brutal. Okay. Can we find a way? Let's find you, and then we can get one of you. Yeah, I had a great birthday. This is my final birthday gift. Yeah, this is the final one here. This is it. Secret, yeah. No, that's definitely part of the secret tech. All right, so let's do this. And cut you, just get this guy. We need to switch our color scheme up. I don't know, I'm trying to think how we can win this here. It's gonna be brutal. All right, so do we use the steam tank here by chance? I don't know. The meme tank action seems like it could be fun. Swordsmen are probably like a decent frontliner, you know, to just kind of throw in there a little bit. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay. So what else are we looking at? And then we probably just want to get swordsmen. Swordsmen don't win any beauty contests, but they can capture shit. So what's not to love? All right, so we'll cut you, get this, and I think we're about ready. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if my opponent will expect this, but they might. Demis with lances aren't a bad choice to have like one off as like a sweeper piece for sure. The lance demis can do some good work. All right, so those guys are ready. Can mix that in. Okay. Why do greatswords? I feel like greatswords should have more than 28 speed. I mean, I understand they're heavily armored, but. Sir, thank you for the donation. Just managed to get a box of Phoenix card. Hey, nice. Can't wait to represent the Hiles in the old world. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's going to be fun. I cannot wait to play some old world games. I am so excited for it. I wish I could find an excuse to make the mortar wagons work here, you know? That's like the power fantasy is the war wagon. Okay. I like it. Let's get it. And good luck, have fun to my opponent, I guess. Yeah, all right. I'm going to go grab some water. I'll be right back, and we'll keep this show rolling. All right, I return. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. So a lot of angry Dowie coming our way. There's going to be a lot of pissed off dwarves marching us on down, which is certainly scary as far as roadblocks go. I almost like wonder about flagellants in this matchup, but I feel like blasting charges are just too good of a counter against them, so you just kind of get wrecked. Okay. I have 4 to 5 unopened boxes of 8th edition High Fantasy units. That's awesome, Dan. That's awesome. So far what we have in our tabletop collection for the old world is we have a full Empire army. It's good to go. And then, I mean, the base sizes are the old Warhammer Fantasy, so I'm just going to have to find movement trays for them. I'm working on a Warriors of Chaos army too for the old world. So I'm making a Nurgle warband. It's really cool. So I have a Chaos Lord, 20 Chaos Warriors, 5 Chaos Knights, a Chariot, a Sorcerer. Currently I'm painting them up. They're pretty much getting through 1 Chaos Warrior a day, but I don't know. Is my opponent ready? I don't know if they are. I don't know what the big scheming is over there. The big scheming. What's it going to be for my opponent? Find out on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z. All right, so let's get the screen blocker off. Yes, let's go quietly. Let's go out and meet our destiny here. The dwarves are upon us. The battle for Itza is here. Probably going to be a dwarven 20 stack, I would wager. That's usually what they do. And you just can't win. Like, you'll be like ahead, like 5k value on dwarves, and they just somehow just keep coming at you. It's a weird thing. Nice, you have a box of Chaos Warriors. Yeah, I'm not super happy with the scheme I've done. But I've already painted so much, it's like the point of no return. So I'm like, I guess we'll just push through it and get them done. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, perfect. Is Turin going to play all the time, or is he going to be casting? So it depends on if I win or not. If I win, then I'll keep playing. If I lose, there's a chance I could still make it, but it would be a little bit more slim for sure. Okay, let's get it. Yeah, the Dowie are coming for blood, dude. The War of Vengeance is upon us. Okay, so for my build, you guys are going to like this build. It's pretty fun, actually. It's we have Hellstorm rocket batteries, which obviously you can't beat dwarves without these things, in my opinion. I mean, I guess you could on like a land battle, but in this format, I think it's mandatory. All right, and the rest of our build is like a handgunner line. So we got handgunners ready to party as our front line against the dwarves. And yeah, Balthazar, Gelt, double Witch Hunters. The Witch Hunters just move up and screen and cause havoc. Gelt bombards things. And this one lone spearman, we're just going to send him up to the high ground to grab that point. Cool. And that's it. Good luck, have fun. Corey, I will die to the Dowie with you, brother. Are you suffering against their tyranny as well? All right, so let's move you guys up so you can get range here. You want to be like around there. Yeah, perfect. And we probably want to split them up a little bit so we can get the Sunmaker over here. And then, yeah, perfect. I don't think we should have any line of sight issues with that. Should be fine. Although that tree line is a little bit problematic there. Yeah, you see how there's like a tree here? So we need to be very careful with our artillery positioning. Like if we shoot from up here, you can hide behind the trees and line of sight me. Welcome to Astalia, gentlemen. Yeah, this is a welcome to Astalia. This build's pretty sizable, but we need to just watch their army and basically see what we want to shoot at first. Yeah, it's just a gun build. It could work. It's like very skewed. So if my opponent isn't expecting something like this, it could be... Oh, Witch Hunters are really good against dwarves. They have armor-piercing pistols, so they can just really wear down dwarven armor over time. Yeah, one brave spearman, good to go hold the side objective. I really, really hope it's not a Slayer Rush. It could be. Yeah, this is what we wanted. We wanted cannon trading, for sure. All right, so let's do this. Move up. Get the witch hunters. You going, and cool. Lone spearman can go over there, and now we just, you know, go up with Gelt and cause some havoc. Yes, yes. All right, so cannon fire is coming in, but I believe my artillery should win the trade, especially with Gelt moving in, looking to cause some havoc. Let's get the witch hunters up, and we can park you guys on the high ground here, you guys right here. You guys need to get up on top of this hill here, and you guys need to get over here. All right, so Gelt is so far so good. And yeah, the artillery dueling is going. It looks like it's going to be Felix, which is, the witch hunters will actually be quite good against Felix, so. All right. Do a little bit of this, some bombardment on the Rangers, and we've almost got that artillery piece down. And the guns can get in position up on the high ground here, and my opponent with some good micro there. Looks like we inadvertently hit one of those units. All right, so let's keep pulling back here. Let's get the gun shooting, and to get the gun shooting here, and they should be shooting any second. All right, so witch hunters, keep doing your thing. Cool, so one cannon's offline. Now we need to just get the other one. And let's pull in some deep reserves now. So let's call in the great swords. If my opponent wants to push up on me, we have to give him a little bit of trouble. And cool, so let's pull you guys back, do a little bit of this, get the witch hunters retreating, and now we shut down the other cannon while we also DACA down these dwarf warriors here, if we can. All right, witch hunters, keep running. Balthazar Gelt with the Staff of Valons, looking good, and now in the center, we will call in some swordsmen. We just need dudes to get in front of the dwarves here, because they're going to keep pushing very aggressively, so yeah, we need to do that. All right, so how are we looking? Yeah, let's just ignore that for now and go after these guys. Start killing the Rangers. Let's retreat back. Witch Hunter is doing some work, and you can see we're pulling a pretty substantial value lead, right, against dwarves. But that is always how it goes. And then they just make you pay the iron price. So we don't want greatswords into blasting charges if we can avoid it. A little bit of nice DACA down there certainly doesn't hurt. And we could get some Empire heavy cavalry. Let's see. We can keep shooting here. Keep shooting, so let's not nuke these Rangers into orbit and get you going here. Although Gelt can go and attack them. Perfect. Let's have Balthazar Gelt attack here. Do this, and do this. The DACA is certainly adding up. Swordsmen, great swords can go intercept these guys. Outstanding. And now let's do a little bit of AoE punishment on those guys when they tighten up on us here. Okay, so for the rest of the army, let's get some Empire heavy cav, move them out. Outstanding. Good value for sure. And yeah, we're starting to make some progress here, I think. Blasting charges do this, and yeah, we need to hit you. You have to be very cost effective with your artillery in this matchup. Like very cost effective. The dwarf army seems to be running out of steam a little bit. Thankfully, we do have the high ground point, so that's nice. Do we have any troops that could go reinforce that? Yeah, we do. So let's go get some swordsmen up there, get a little bit of that capture weight, and we can move you guys on. And well, look at that. Greatsword's actually doing well. This is very exciting. All right, so blasting charges, get back. Let's switch, and let's switch you onto the quarrelers here, and get you guys onto those blasting charges in the middle. And hopefully we can get some decent cap weight. Yeah, my opponent's coming for it. Let's get some of these pistols or guns up here. See if we can shoot with those. And we are kiting the blasting charges back effectively. Definitely need a little bit of help against them. Let's get some swordsmen moving up, and we are outvaluing the dwarves pretty heavily. But remember, our ammo's going to run out, and then it's going to get much more precarious. Looks like a flash bomb actually went down there. Interesting. Okay. So we do have a final transmutation. If he's able to get my witch hunters, I'm going to be in kind of bad shape. All right, let's get you guys in, keep pulling these witch hunters back, and continue just nuking in. Yeah, just shoot these troopers off. Balthazar Gelt can do a final transmutation right here. Nail those guys, and yeah, the greatswords might be able to wrestle the point. The high ground's looking a little bit dicey, for sure. Let's get some swordsmen up there, these witch hunters back, and we need to effectively keep switching our artillery pieces onto better targets, right? So. Okay, looks good. Let's blast here with the DACA, and we do get a beautiful final transmutation. Actually nails Felix pretty hard. Get those great swords moving into the middle, and the high ground I think is going to flip, unfortunately. I don't know if there's a whole lot we can do up there. So what can we call in to possibly trade well up there? Yeah, we could get some grenades. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I think at this point that'd be worthy. So Gelt's jumping in. We're doing pretty good, I would say. You know, I've played this matchup many times, and as far as this normally goes, this is definitely not bad. Let's do a little bit of unsummoning here. All right, can we teleport withdraw yet? No, we can't. So let's get you guys in, get the witch hunters up, and it looks like they are effectively running back. Yeah, they're fleeing. So we should flip the middle objective. High ground's looking a little bit dicey. I did screw up my positioning here, but let's get the grenade launchers starting to saturate in. Unsummon you, and we need our other Hellstorms to just take down the range units. Yeah, take down the Quarrelers and stuff. What are these? These are Slayers? Okay, perfect target, right? Okay. Bombardment there, middle objective flips. Great sword's doing awesome, and it looks like we should be able to nail them down here. Let's get you guys nuking here, you guys nuking here, And the Empire Cavalry should be able to move up on that point soon. All right, so let's get the Empire Heavy Cav over here. And how are we looking here? All right, pretty good. Yeah, grenades are really, really punishing them. This might be a situation where we're going to need to get a triple cap here. Let's get the Greatswords into the Slayers and pull you back. Balthazar Gelt's doing his thing. Witch Hunter's still dropping some nice fire support. And cool. So now we need to... I don't know why this can't be unsummoned. I must have screwed something up with that targeting there. Cursed blasting charges, man. It's the stuff of terror here in this matchup. Empire Heavy Cav should come across here. And the grenades, hopefully we'll get it done. All right, so how are we looking? Let's call in some Greatswords. I think they'll be able to secure this point. Okay, back in the middle. The Witch Hunters doing good. Slayers are definitely taking a bad trade, which is nice. Empire Heavy Cavalry are on the way, but that clock is ticking, guys. It's ticking, and it's definitely, it's not stopping. Let's do this and this, and do we want to, what do we want to shoot? Yeah, we want to shoot healthy units and healthy units that are advancing. Witch Hunters, ooh, I screwed up. Let my Witch Hunters get surrounded here. Man, I really need the Witch Hunters. I can't afford to not have them. They are for sure an auto take here. All right, so grenades, let's get you in position. Let's shoot you guys here. And try and maintain the middle objective. And it looks like our Witch Hunters are just barely going to get away here. So yeah, this is getting a little bit dicey. All right, so let's jump here. And you guys can jump here. Keep these guns, knocking you guys off the point. And let's run these guns away, get you guys in, keep the Witch Hunter shooting in the back. Oh, Balthazar Gelt's getting targeted by the cannon. That's what it is. Okay. How much wins do we have? We have 8, so let's run him to the back corner here. See if we can salvage that. Okay, so the Great Swords of Sigmar are on the way. Yes, let's move them up. And let's get some Empire Heavy Cavalry over here as well to just start cycle charging in. We need to get these handgunners back, keep these Witch Hunters shooting. Great Swords actually doing pretty well. I'm very happy with that. Balthazar Gelt running, unfortunately, so I definitely screwed up. There's no reason Balthazar Gelt should have gotten karate chop there. All right, so let's form ranks. Empire Heavy Cavalry holding that point down. Balthazar should come back, I would expect. It looks like these miners actually got in melee range here, which is unfortunate. Let's get you guys on the point here. The middle's looking pretty good for us. Balthazar, we're just going to kind of hide him in the back. Just, you know, once it's safe, we'll bring him out. A little bit of DACA right there, and let's get behind this army. See if we could flip that point. We have 2 handgunners there, and what can we reach? Okay, so he did call in more cannons. And the middle point looks like it could flip to the Dowie again. The high ground, I think we got this one. I think the Great Swords are going to fold this up. We can actually charge his backfield with this one Empire Knight too. He's not really defending it, so I think we could just go back there and maybe tear him up here. Yeah, and let's unsummon you. Get you guys up, and what can we call in to help? All right, so you and you. Yeah, just move up, right up the middle. Looking good. And how are the Witch Hunters doing? Yeah, they're a little bit trapped up in melee, which is unfortunate. See if we can get him away. And yeah, just go try and shut down his cannons. Looks like he resummoned this one. Should be able to get this one, and you guys can line of sight here. Send you guys in to go absorb those blasting charges. Great Swords have got a good fight going. And yeah, you guys move up. Should be able to get all 3 points here. Okay. So that's going for us. Witch Hunters are getting hunted pretty heavily by Felix Jaeger, it looks like, so that sucks. Let's pull across, take you guys out of your group so they can move properly here. Let's set up and get you guys posturing there. Balthazar Gelt's still around. He's chilling in the shadows. Great Swords have done it, and let's grenade launch you guys. And you guys can move up here. And yeah, we're kind of, this is like you always feel like you're winning, and then suddenly you're like, wait a second. How are these dwarves? How are they back in this? You know? Okay, but we just got the cannons offline. That is super sweet. It doesn't get too much better than that. All right, so let's nuke these guys if we can. Get some of these troopers moving up. 1 Witch Hunter still lives. Let's see if we could finish off these Slayers if possible. Grenade launchers doing their job. And these Great Swords can move up, hopefully, and get you guys parked here. And now we can call in the Zentler's Reichsguard here, which I think would be pretty good to just hammer this dwarven position. These are just Longbeards mostly. Yeah, these are just Longbeards, so let's move up. The Empire Knights have done their job. I think we're on our way to getting a triple cap here. The grenade launcher is doing great work. Zentler's Reichsguard getting a beautiful punch right there. We need to make sure this hill is good. So let's park those guys on the hill like so. Move you guys up. And the Zentler's Reichsguard doing the work of Sigmar for sure. And we also have 2 Empire Knights coming into flank. What are these, Slayers? Okay, so double Slayers on the way in. We need to nuke them if possible. Looks like there's going to be some Thunders coming up. Yeah, that's a little bit tricksy hobbitses. So we get in with the Zentler's Reichsguard. We position you guys. Guns are shooting in. And 1 Empire Knight unit can go over here, run roadblock, and the other one can just run in, and hopefully we could just grenade launch these guys into the Shadow Realm. All right, Witch Hunter's back. Should have gotten him back sooner. I do have enough for final transmutation, so we're going to just go nail his character blob and hope for the best. We have a lot of AFK troopers, so we need to unsummon them to refresh our pool of troops. Yeah, it's going to be very important in this war of attrition. All right, so grenades. Yeah, that objective's, this one's going to flip for us for sure. Let's pull the Zentler's Reichsguard back. Get the Witch Hunter in, and Geltz is now here. So let's go ahead and do this, and do that, and nail that character blob there. Okay, what are we getting shot by something? That should be some nasty damage. That should be some very nasty damage indeed. Okay, any big artillery we can call in up on the high ground? I believe a Sunmaker or an artillery piece should be in position here. So let's reposition that. Looking good. We get the final transmutation. We flip the objective. We have a triple cap. I think we're actually going to win against dwarves, which is pretty crazy. So let's go shut down those thunders there. And Felix and company should be in a little bit of danger now. I think they're just going to get straight up dragged down. 2 guns here. Let's like be cautious and keep you guys protecting. And now we can try and shoot Grombrindle. Let's do a little bit of blasting charge action. So we don't care so much about the top at this point. I mean, we're still going to try and hold it, obviously, but you know, we have another Hellstorm out too, which is going to be nice. All right, so let's pull back these great swords, pull back these guns. There's no sense in just sacrificing ourselves to the dwarves here. Let's do this. Keep Balthazar Gelt running that way. Get you guys dacking them down. And the grenade's doing a little bit of damage. Definitely want to get the Sunmaker back out. Oh, we still have this one. Okay, this thing still has some ammo. Let's see if we can pound those. Yeah, Gelt is good. How much Winds of Magic do we have? We don't have much, so probably just going to unsummon him at this point. Gelt's going to go back to the Colleges of Magic and figure shit out. Okay, and we're catching up on points, which is good. Great swords and whatnot, just pulling back. Exactly what we should be doing. Just nailing with artillery, and let's get you guys moving in here. And let's just like start to focus the epicenter of our efforts on the middle. So we're just going to get a bunch of swordsmen to come up and just hold it. And yeah, because we need to hold. The dwarves could, if anybody could still find a way back, it's going to be the dwarves, so... Okay, so we're going to run our Empire Knights over, go pound those miners with blasting charges here. Sorry about the lag, guys. It's my internet today. Yeah, it should stabilize in a second. Hopefully we don't crash or something. That'd be really unfortunate. It's like with the one time we're actually beating a good dwarf player in a tournament, and it's like, hey, let's give you the old crash. All right, so yielding the high ground objective to save our greatswords while we bombard them with the Hellstorms. This one still has a little bit of ammo left. Where can we shoot? Let's see if we can hammer these guys. Have you guys go over there and do this. And now we just need to shoot Felix off if we can. Yeah, let's see if we could pop Felix. We got a lot of state troopers on the way. Let's park you guys on the objective to get the cap weight, and the state troopers are ready. Felix is down. Okay, so Felix is down for the count. And a lot of sneaky dwarves on the way over here. We should be able to shoot them off, though, to be honest. And yeah, we can send some state troopers up to the objective to hold that, and looking good. All right. All right. So how are we looking here? Yeah. Zentler's Reichsguard still going strong. And we see Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, getting hammered. Let's charge into these guys. And we did run a nice intercept here with our armored cavalry. Let's move these guys up to get in range to shoot. Balthazar Gelt is mending his wounds in the infirmary there. Swordsmen, go bash. Let's get you guys up on the point. And once we soften them up here, see how they kind of abandon this whole top push here? Now we can get in there and cause some havoc, right? And we can get you to start shooting here. Looking good, and we could call out another Witch Hunter. All right, so you need to be unsummoned, get you back into the pool. And these heavy cavalry, unfortunately, did get locked down a little bit. Let's see if we can get them onto the ranged assets here. Shooting at Slayers. Slayers are engaged for swordsmen. That is turbo cost-effective for us. Blasting charges are on the way in, but let's retreat back. We don't want to give them any blasting charges for free, although if we can, let's, like, hug on both sides. I don't want to yield that point, because we just now passed them on points. So I want to make sure we can find a way to hold this. All right, so the Witch Hunter's still helping. Let's get you guys in there to fight. Slayers are getting absolutely last samurai, and the Greatsword here actually doing good work. We can call in Gelt again. He still has enough for a couple Searing Dooms, so I think it's worth. And he's also not a terrible fighter either, so we can do that, and hopefully it'll be worth it. I don't know. We'll find out. So the dreaded Dwarven Tide is on its way back, dude. You guys see what I'm saying about dwarves? You're like up on them in value so hard, but they just keep finding a way to get back into the game in this matchup. All right, so we got you guys. And this thing is obstructed, unfortunately. The Greatswords have done their job. Nice, nice. If we could flip this high ground point, it's going to be good. Gelt can also just occupy himself by distracting these guns, so hopefully that works. All right, it's grenade launch. Let's call the Witch Hunter in. I think we're okay over here. I think we're okay. It's a little bit hard to tell, to be honest. What can we call in to possibly help? Yeah, Greatswords. Greatswords are actually being very useful this game. Like, they've been winning the infantry fights against dwarves, which you normally don't win, right? Like, in this matchup, so... Nice volley right there, guys. Nice volley. Witch Hunter, we can just get him into melee combat, and you guys can shoot here. And as far as this goes, let's start hammering these rangers, and I'm pretty sure we flipped this high ground point here. Let's set those guys up to shoot. Balthazar Gelt just tying down gun units. Great stuff. He's back. He's healthy. He's pretty cheap too, so it didn't feel like it was like an unfortunate investment. And cool. So guns. Let's get the heavy cavalry charging into those guys. And great swords will be there in 5 years. They'll be there eventually. Okay, so let's let those guys fight. We have almost a triple cap on the dwarves here. So those guys are going to get on the point. Excellent. That's going to give us some good capture weight. Let's shoot at these retreating units. Call in another witch hunter. They still, provide decent cap weight and fighting power, and yeah, they can do the job. All right, so a couple Empire heavy cav moving in, shooting here. Middle objective, we're probably going to lose it, although we still do have a couple state troopers at the ready there, but not as many as I would like. This high ground objective is going to go to us. It looks like my opponent scrapping some units back in there, and yeah, the Hellstorm rocket batteries are just super good against dwarves. Super, super good. Yeah, this point getting a little bit dicey. The great swords are not getting there as quickly as I would like. Let's get you guys to start shooting. Witch Hunter needs to move up there, and we literally don't have anything. Like, all our troops, we're squeezing every morsel of value we can out of these armies, man. Yeah, the Witch Hunter still fighting like a champ there is great. Balthazar Gelt's been tying down that shooting unit, and this objective has been flipped. So let's get you guys around, and great. So now we have a triple cap on the dwarves, and the great swords might be able to solidify the triple cap if they can get there in time. Let's get you guys up on the point for what little capture weight you can provide. And yeah, these swordsmen need to just go run interference over here, although unsummoning them probably is more prudent. Balthazar Gelt shutting shit down. And we need to get to the point where we can win on one cap and just Helm's Deep. Because, dude, I'm telling you guys, the dwarves can find a way to win this. I know it seems like they have no chance here looking at the game. Oh, the great swords of Sigmar have arrived. Yes. Sigmar preserve us. Let's go. All right, so the great swords have arrived. They flipped the cap weight. The Witch Hunter's also going to get there and flip the cap weight. We can start gadding down the last of these Slayers here. The Witch Hunter is still holding like a champ. This is the OG Witch Hunter from the beginning. Balthazar Gelt tying down the gun units. Great swords need to move into those. And we actually have some heavy cavalry we can call out. So let's get the heavy cav coming in. And yeah, just nuke these guys here with the Hellstorm rocket battery. All right. Swordsman at the ready, General. Let's go. Get onto the point. This is just objective time. This one is actually going to win for us because the great swords will butcher all these dwarves. Great swords are actually very good against dwarvish troops if they can, you know, not get shot to pieces while they're advancing. Okay, so we managed to hold on to this point. The great sword's doing good work. Yes, good. We have these grenades, which I should have unsummoned 15 years ago, but you know, no one's perfect. Let's get these guys up on the point. Get the gun shooting. Do we have any pistol ammo? We do not. I just have big, expensive artillery. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. And hopefully we can just shoot the dwarves off this point here. Yes, come on, hold. Yeah, we got it! We beat the dwarves! We beat the dwarves with the Empire. Let's go, baby! Yeah, still got it. Still got it. All right. That is the forbidden build. I've made this work a couple times against top players, but it is not easy. 27, 13, 13, 895, 1495. Handgunners didn't do badly either. They all pretty much paid for themselves. Dude, the great swords too. Oh man, look at the great swords. Yeah, baby, 1,700. We did it. We beat the dreaded dwarves. GG, well played. All right. Okay, so let's refresh this. That's going in the book. I know, it should go in the book for sure. I don't know what color scheme that was actually. Report score. Empire, and so we have made it to the top 4. We're basically guaranteed a spot. So that was a dwarf win for the Empire. So 4 wins for the Empire today. We got 4 solid wins for the Sons of Sigmar, which is great. And how are we looking? Let's go look at the Empire stats and see. Have we brought them to the Promised Land? Yeah. Oh, we brought the Empire to exactly 50%. Exactly 50%. They were 118 and 122 before we started. Yeah, dude. Let's get it. We need to pass the dreaded lizardmen. Yes. Yes, we do. All right. Well, swordsmen will outtrade miners if they don't have their blasting charges. Like, because miners have awful combat stats and swordsmen actually have good combat stats. So they're not like useless in that matchup. You still want them. Yeah, he was Greybeard's Prospectors. All right, so how are we looking on the tourney side? We made top 4 with the old Empire. We did it. Let's see who else is there. So far it looks like it's myself and Jay. That's an interesting matchup. I actually lost that matchup recently to Houseplant. Not recently, but like 2 months ago, I lost it. I was surprised because I usually felt pretty confident against Norska, but yeah, it was a scrappy one. Oh, hello. Bitrate crashing a little bit. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Come on, bitrate, fight. Sorry, guys. A little bit of lag here. A little bit of lag. So, dwarves? Oh, no, guys. Oh, no. Please, for the love of God, don't make me play the dwarves again. Sorry, the stream might have crashed. Yeah, okay, I think we're all right. So here's the problem, guys. I might have to play the dwarves again. Because they have such a good tiebreaker, if you take a look. Oh, please just give the dwarves to Jay Phoenix. Come on, don't make me play them again. The dwarves, I'm currently auto-qualified. Jay is auto-qualified. The dwarves have a 3-1 record, but also are super, super strong tiebreaker because Hliden has played like a ton of players who've basically done very well. Oh, God, I'm going to have to play them again. I know it. And it looks like Kark and or Platypus. It looks like Kark actually has Platypus beat. I guess it depends on how some of these tiebreakers go. But looks like Kark defeated Tim the Wilder. Yeah, all right. All right, then. So be it. Yeah, because the dwarves are going to... Dude, I already paid my dues, Jay. I paid my dues. I suffered through a dwarf matchup for you. I suffered for your sins. And now it's your turn. Subutai, you better rig it so Jay has to play the dwarves. Because now he knows my build. He knows my gimmick. So it's going to be easier, you know? Yeah. Oh, man, okay. Dude, please don't give me that evil. All right, so looking around, the map is Celestial Lake, which is definitely a dwarf favored map. Dwarves will wreck Empire in Celestial Lake. So if I get Celestial Lake, I'm in big trouble. Yeah, we're in big trouble if we get that. Let's hope we don't. I'm happy for us to fight whilst the dwarf and vampire cow game happens elsewhere. Yeah, I'm down for that. Sign me up, Jay. I'd rather us play than have to battle the dwarves again. Although, in a way, I feel like maybe I got to scheme another dwarf build, right? Because Hliden still has such a good tiebreaker that they're going to qualify for the top 4. No, not like this, dude. Oh, man, okay. All right. It's on. Oh, God, I'm going to have a dad sneeze here in a minute, guys. I apologize ahead of time. Do the Master Ambusher bounty. The Empire doesn't have enough stealth units to do that. I mean, you have Huntsman, and that's pretty much it. What else do we have in the Empire that has stock? I think it's literally just Huntsman. Mortar wagons would not work against dwarves. Their cannons would just pound them. You have to win the artillery duel like very quickly. So you just kill their cannons with your Hellstorms, and then you just kind of feast from there. God, this map is going to be rough against the Dowie for sure. This is like Celestial Lake is not a good map for direct line powder. I want to see vampire counts for his dwarf game. It's not as exciting as you think. It's basically just a miserable grind with very little micro. Yeah, it's a rough one. Which is a rough one indeed. Please no dwarf vampire count. Well, I mean, we wouldn't have to watch it because I'm qualified. So you guys are going to be following my journey until I fall. I don't really know what other schemes I could have for these guys. Okay, Platypus looks like Platypus and Kark are tied. Now it just comes down to whoever has the better leaderboard position, which I believe is Platy. Let me check. Yeah. Platypus is ranked number 4. Kark is ranked number 7 right now. Yeah, so it looks like Platypus is going to qualify with... what is Platy playing? Let's see. SFT declaration. Wood Elves. Oh, shit. Okay. Wood Elves are hard, too. Platypus on Wood Elves is probably going to be very strong, too. Do the ROR archers have stock? Yeah, the Deathjacks do. So you could bring Deathjacks and Mass Huntsman to have like a stealth opening, but Daniel, no, it's not. I do also, you know. I do also. Yeah, it's definitely rough how expensive it is to get into this game, right? Like if you want to compete at StarCraft, you just buy the game and you can play, right? But here you got like all these DLCs. It's like it depends. I mean, if you've been playing since the start like myself, it's not that bad because you kind of like over time collect them and it's not like a huge financial punch. But like if you're just coming out of the blue and you've never played it and you just want to get all the factions, it's rough. We want suffering. Yeah, you know, I would probably rather play that dwarf player on his dwarves than I would Platy on the Wood Elves, especially on Celestial Lake. Celestial Lake is just a hellscape. It's a really, really rough map for Empire. Hey, Seymour, thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. I saw the 15 just come through. I think you should take more rockets in your army, but maybe that's just me. I think 3 is enough. Because if you go 4, then you don't have enough to protect your front line and stop their advance, you know? Which is rough. Huntsman to surprise Slayer Rush? Yeah, no, that's the play. Alright. I would have rather faced Kark's Vampire Counts too than Platy's Wood Elves. Because Vampire Counts I've played a million times. I know exactly how that matchup goes. But Wood Elves are hard. It's a game of cat and mouse. Platy is definitely probably more practiced than I am, so it would be tough. Prepare for the bear. Soder still playing. There's still some tiebreakers that are coming into play, so we don't know who the top 4 is quite yet. We do not know. 100% the dwarf player, though. Are you going to cover the Stormgate beta that's supposedly coming out this month? Yeah, so Stormgate sent the beta keys out to a bunch of people. I know there's some folks who are getting it probably in the Age of Empires community, but they didn't. I reached out to them and they said they would get me on one of the later waves. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be getting any probably early access to Stormgate. I did try, but yeah, you know, it's a shame. It's a shame. I was very excited for it, but I'm still going to obviously cover it once we get our hands on it. Yeah, Wood Elves are such a fun faction. They are. They're hard to play. What are some good tips at getting better at micro? Really, it's just repetitions. And like watching these live games I'm playing will hopefully give you some insight, like the way I'm moving things and screening and all that sort of good stuff. ROR demis against Wood Elves? Not really, no, because they'll have elite armor-piercing missiles, which will just punish. All right, refreshing, guys. Sorry, just checking in. All right. Aside from Franz, who's your favorite in Warhammer? That's a tough one. I really like the dwarf characters. Like, I'm a huge Grombrindle fan. I think, like, lore-wise, he's so cool. Like, this Spirit of Vengeance, right? Yeah, he's pretty rad. And Tim's got a strong tiebreaker, too. All right. All right, so we're going to be seeing who's going to be getting there in just a second. I'm just looking at tiebreakers right now to see if anyone could be affected, if they could change. Let's go into the book. I know I was really disappointed about the Stormgate thing. Yeah, I was excited to start, like, because obviously the current beta they have now is a playtest beta, so it's not like you're not allowed to share it, but I wanted to start preparing and getting game knowledge so I could cast it better when it comes out. Yeah, it's a shame. Turn and Pwn were no, Stormgate is not that game. Stormgate's a different game. You're thinking of Realms of Ruin, Martin, the Age of Sigmar MOBA game. It's basically, yeah, it's fun. Yeah. Do you reckon Genghis, Carl? You're talking about like mass grenade launchers and pistoliers. In Dawn mode, it'd be harder because you have to fight over objectives. But in land battle, Kiting Empire can work. You can go like 4 wagons, a couple grenade launchers, like some mobile heroes. It can be very strong. Yeah, it can be very, very strong. But in Dom, it wouldn't work as well. Maybe on a really big domination map, it could work. Probably. Yeah, I could see it working on a big map. Damn, it's the same people taking this time. Let me see who they played here. Okay, so he's got 1 win. He's had a strong tiebreaker. Jeez. Okay, so played J. Scrambled Egg Special. And it looks like here. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, appreciate the kind words, guys. Sorry for the delay. We're just waiting for the last round to finish up. It's the nature of the beast in these live events. I'm going to be planning a faction war very soon. I know I've been saying that, but it's legit on the horizon. I'm planning both a land battle one and a domination one. I just I think the domination one might have to be split over multiple days, because a land battle faction war with 23 factions is already going to be like freaking, I don't know, 6 hours. And if you do that for Dom mode, it's going to be like a 9 to 10 hour stream, I feel. And that's just like, there could be lag also. So I'm thinking of splitting it into 2 like 4 hour streams and having it be like 2 separate days. Yeah. How do you feel about unconventional Dwarven units, bolt throwers, hammers? They can work for sure. On small maps, like Dwarven hammer teams can be pretty good. Bolt throwers I'm not a huge fan of. I think Dwarven cannons just like are ubiquitously better, but you know, the bolt throwers maybe on a small map like it's like if you want to spam cheap artillery to snipe things, I'm not sure. Hell yeah. All right, perfect. So let me get this. And do we have our next round yet? I don't think so. Almost there. Refreshing to see where we're at. Yeah, bolt throwers are definitely like a weird forgotten unit. Yeah, they are. Okay, 1 game. It's the same person every time. It's the VM player. Yeah, he's every time I've looked to see who's still playing, it's always him. It's always you. You can see right now. Hold up. Yeah, you see, this is the last game right here that's going down. Yeah, looks like it's myself, Jay, Hlidden, and Platypus. Should be fun. Platy on Wood Elf's going to be very scary. He's got really good micro. We got Jay Phoenix on Norska, Empire, Dwarves, and Wood Elves. A pretty nice range of factions, honestly. A lot of Order Tide. I don't know how many people played Chaos today. Warriors of Chaos have won several of these tournaments. Looks like Subutai, I don't know what Subutai played. I think he might have played Beastman today. No, Tim the Wilder played Beastman. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. It's fun to see really high-level players start to play factions that aren't meta, you know, and see what they can do with it. That's what's really something I enjoy a lot. Any interest in D4? Not really. You know, I feel like it's just too grindy for me at this age. You know, when I was like 15, 16, I didn't mind just grinding, you know, dungeons and instances and Diablo, you know, Mephisto runs over and over in Diablo. I thought it was fun, but like at this age, I just don't have it in me to just grind for loot anymore. Especially when it's just a PvE game. You know, if I'm just battling AI that I know I'm going to crush, but I don't mind farming, you know, experience in a multiplayer game, getting in there, playing on ladder, getting good at things. Like that's fun, but grinding for me in PvE, it's hard to do unless there's a PvP element. And I know it has PvP, but it's not going to be good. It's not good PvP. Yeah, Frostlight. Oh man, that's a tough one. There's some strong players here. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we're in the final four, and looks like it's up. All right, it should be popping up here in a second. Let's see who we have to suffer against. Just give us the dwarves. Put us out of our misery. Oh, it's the dwarves again. Oh, no, not on Celestial Lake. Round 2, baby. They have a big advantage on this map. Itza is better, but this is worse. Round 2. Let's go. Oh my god, I love it. Okay. Oh, they know my build now. They know my build. Man. Okay. How are we going to do this? Are we going to switch it up against them and try and like disrupt it? PvP and D4 is trash? Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. Do you know any good Lizard players? I don't know any that like stream. There's not like Total War multiplayer doesn't have a ton of people covering it. I mean, Dov does land battle. I know Human Boy intermittently does content. But like as far as straight up battles, Indie Pride does more showcase battles. They're not really like, I don't know, like tournament type stuff. I mean, occasionally he does, but Mike, use Felix. Yeah, Felix could be good. Ultima Online Stream 1. I'm not sure. Yeah, I haven't played Ultima in a long time. I kind of took a bit of a break from that. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Have you considered more Hellstorms? Well, the problem is line of sight is tricky on this map. Yeah. I don't think you want more Hellstorms, though. I don't think that's the answer. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So let's try this. I think this might work better. Yes, good. Outstanding. And as far as the caster goes, what do we want to bring against the old Dowie? What sort of Harry Potter magic do we want to bring? You're a lizard, Harry. Death magic is okay. Honestly, the dwarves are just very, very, like, magic against them doesn't... Lore Metal is alright, I guess. This guy could be a little bit more disruptive, though, I suppose. Foot Toddy? That would be terrible. Holy shit. That would be so bad. Foot Toddy would just get wrecked. He would have a pretty bad time. Okay, let's do this. And for the rest of the army, we can go with you and you. And then we need to cut some spells, I think, on this character here. Lord of Heavens is interesting. Have you considered Fran's double Griffin? That was just asking to lose, you know. I'm actually trying to win. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get the W. Yeah, that's not the worst choice in the world, I feel. Okay, and then for magic here, that's not good, that's not good. Lord of Shadows is cute and all, but it's just not enough, I don't think. All right, so let's cut this. We cut that. Get you on horseback. And as far as this goes, he has 0% armor piercing on that. It's rough. Chain lightning isn't very good. Uranid Thunderbolt. It's probably a pretty decent one to spam. All right. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So let's throw you in there. So we're switching it up a little bit. We're adding a little bit of spice to our build. It's different than last game, but not too much. It's definitely in the same vein. What else could be good here? Is there any other like forbidden tech that I'm not thinking of that could be really, really egregiously disruptive against the dwarves? Metal for armor piercing? Yeah. It's not bad. It gives you a little bit of AP across the map, but I think there's other lores of magic that are also quite viable, so we're going to see what we can do. Okay, so he's on the Barded Warhorse. What did my opponent bring? I'm trying to think of the army comp they brought. Okay, I think I have some cool tech here that could be good. And how good were the greatswords is the question. Yeah, the greatswords weren't bad at all. I felt like they were pretty good. So probably want to bring a couple of those. Grenade launchers also felt quite nice. So I think we have to bring a grenade launcher. I don't think there's any discussion about that. I think it has to happen. Man, it's rough that we had to fight the dwarves again. The other matchups are way better for the Empire, but I mean, it's cool, man. Going out on your shield, you know, it's the, or going, you know, going to victory with it too. Okay, looking good. Line of sight on this map is tough, tough, tough. It almost makes me think I should switch to like wagons or something, but wagons are just so vulnerable against dwarven cannons, but they can also be kind of like Walmart chariots a little bit, you know? You can get in there and cause some havoc with them. That would be kind of an interesting tech. Ooh, guys, this is the most forbidden of builds right now that I'm switching to. Yeah, this is pretty evil. Evil, yes, evil. How can we afford this? How can we afford this business? All right. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, this build's super sweet. Okay, let's do this. Throw you in there. And good luck, have fun to my opponent. I have to switch the build up because if I don't, they get comfortable, you know, and just know what to bring. I have to make them sweat for it a little bit. So yeah, that's the game plan. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. What about, yeah, it's a little risky, Phoenix. It's a little risky. Free Company Militia here feel not so great. Like, they just get bashed by dwarven troops, generally speaking. So I don't know if I'm a huge fan of those. I almost wonder about a couple of crossbows, like just some like light DACA to shoot at like slayers or things like that. I almost feel like that could be like reasonably useful. Yeah, this build is pretty wild. It's pretty wild. It's risky, but I feel like I have to take a risk because my opponent is going to be countering the build they just saw, most likely. So I have to scheme it. Let's see here. Perfect. Looks like everything is at the ready here. Black Lions ready to party, potentially. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get the Black Lions, but it just feels like it's too much of a risk. Yeah, the armor-piercing Free Company Militia are good. They are. They're pretty solid. Yeah, I would definitely recommend them in this matchup. I honestly really like handgunners, though. I feel like handgunners are super underrated here. They can get in there and just put some hurt on dwarves from downtown, and yeah, what's not to love? All right, wish me luck. Sigmar preserve us. Sigmar preserve our laggy ass internet today. God, I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'll have it fixed before the next stream, or I'll just wait until it gets fixed to stream again. Didn't Turin play this guy? Yes, I did. But he also qualified for the top 4, which is like a fresh tournament, so I have to play him again. He had a really good tiebreaker. So we just got unlucky. There was 3 people we could have played against. Yeah, but even if we lose, we're going to cast the grand finals after this. So, but if we win, we'll see you in the grand finals, which would be great. All right. Wait, what? Oh, we're on the wrong map. We can just reload same armies. I trust you. All right, so we loaded onto the wrong map. All right, so just talking to my opponent. So unfortunately, they're probably going to see my army. I will see theirs, though, so we can keep each other honest. So, yeah. All right, yeah, and they can see my army, I can see theirs. So, yeah. Very cool. All right, so let's get this and Celestial Lake. And cool. Fire it up. And yeah, they should have been able to see my army, so they'll know what schemes are underway. Perfect. Oh boy. It's go time. We did bring the Black Lions, dude, and Volkmar. So we switched it. My opponent switched it by cutting the cannons, so it looks like they don't have any cannons. But I know I need to potentially fight over Objective 2, so I'm like, okay, Volkmar the Grim could be disruptive there. Yeah, this is a very risky build. It's a very skew build, but I don't know. We'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. Is this tech against dwarves to just bring bearded units? Yeah, we got some mustaches and beards. I mean, the dwarves definitely have the best beards in the old world, but the Empire is close. They're up there. Like those beards that you see on the great swords and the captains. Holy shit. That's some serious stuff right there. All right, let's load in, baby. Let's go. Yeah, Slayers are going to be incredibly tough to deal with, but I mean, I have great swords, I have swordsmen, I have things to fight them, so yeah, it's going to be very tough though. Like, the thing is, I can usually beat dwarf players. This is the Empire's worst matchup. I can usually beat them like by catching them off guard, but as soon as they switch and like know what I'm bringing, it becomes just so much harder. All right, the Black Lions might be disruptive though. We'll have to see. The thing is, Volkmar can take down characters like Felix pretty well. We have Uran and Thunderbolt. It has 100% armor piercing, and if you can bunch up dwarves, it'll nuke their position pretty well. So, shit, I didn't mean to rush you, by the way. I have a super small army, and I just was like, all right, I guess I'm ready. He'll Slayer rush the rockets. Well, if he does, by the time he gets here, I'll have 4 or 5 units. So. And they'll take some heavy damage on the charge. So I figured the Black Lions would be good because I can sit here and like I can kind of park and cover all 3 objectives, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. All right, let's move you up, move the Black Lions up, move our caster up, and it looks like the dwarves are going to be deploying over there. So all right, so we want to leave our artillery kind of far back. Sorry about the lag today, guys. My internet's being a piece of shit. Oh boy. We won the last game against this dwarf player, but now they know our secret tech, so it's a little bit less forbidden. I have some demi lances. I mixed those in too. I felt like they would be pretty nice. But we're going to get this war wagon up and start causing some big havoc. And Volkmar hopefully will do some work too. All right. So let's just get some basic dudes up on this point. Dudes for the dude god, and we probably want to go like right here actually if we can. You know what? No, I think this is a better spot. We need to get you ahead of the tree line and you ahead of the tree line here. And outstanding. Sorry, so sorry about the lag. No, I'm just lagging right now. Yeah, the internet, the heat wave is like screwing up the whole town's internet where I live, so yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully it'll subside here in a second and just finish its drama. Lance demis. My opponent hiding. Honestly, if they just hide back, I'm just going to go take their home objective, like out of the gates here. I think that could be pretty fun. We could actually even do a play on that. Just like press the back objective really hard. Because Volkmar is going to be pretty nasty here. What do we have? Are they calling in anything? I don't think so. Yeah, we could just start blasting these dwarf warriors. Why the hell not? Let's get there. Yeah, and the witch hunter is coming up. We got some swordsmen who are going to grab that home point. Yeah, we'll just kind of save and see what we want to get. Ooh, look at that value there. That was nice. Okay, so now my opponent's coming with a cannon in the back, which is okay. We can just pull this thing away. And we want to tell you guys to not fire at will and to stop all fire orders. So yeah, cannon summon from my opponent. Very nice, classic dwarven stuff. So we just get around the corner here. We just juke some of these shots with our wizard. Volkmar can hopefully threaten this point. And now we can kind of rotate over this way. So we'll start calling in some greatswords. Outstanding. And we can move over this way. And we keep the Black Lions back and just kind of, we could even move them over this way. I mean, there's plenty of options. Unfortunately, we did take some damage on that point, which sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so miners with blasting charges here. I think some Lance demis are going to be definitely very solid. We'll get the Witch Hunter over here too. It looks like it's a Felix kind of situation, so let's just kind of unleash a volley on them with blasting charges. And the other ones can start shooting at these dwarf warriors downtown. As a matter of fact, what we can do, that actually sounds like a good idea to me, is to man-tide his home objective. Just like press up on it, like so. We got the Black Lions. Let's get them back down this way. And now we got Volkmar coming in, ready to party. Okay. The cannon's still shooting at Volkmar. We are getting a little bit of Hellstorm action. Got some great swords moving up. And part of me feels like I should have saved for the demi lances. Yeah, the wagons are going to come and just do a little bit of poke. The cannon is really far back, so I can actually sit like right here and potentially get some good value. So, all right, so let's start shooting here. Let's shoot here and shoot here. Also, Volkmar doesn't really care about getting shot too much. He's going to be okay. We did get a little bit of value there, but my opponent's just hunkering down. So we're just going to, you know, get the great swords there and get ready to party. Okay, so let's go get in the blasting charges. Let's get you guys into combat here, juking. Get you into combat, and we can do a little Urandan's Thunderbolt on them when they get all bunched up. And now we just move in with our SEs and start to cause some big havoc here. Yeah, you can see the Black Lions also getting some nice crossfire shooting, which is good. So, you know, trying to take advantage of the dwarf positioning and punish them for their positions, essentially. Looking good. Volkmar is causing some havoc. Let's go ahead and drop a little banishment back here on these guys. Now we can call in some lance demis, which we can send through the woods. Did I just see some dwarves in the woods, in the trees? I don't know if I did. Well, Volkmar's about to banish these guys, which is going to be good. And unfortunately, I sent my wizard in like a potato. Not remembering that it's not Balthazar Gell, it's a different wizard. And the Black Lions are, yeah, they're putting some hurt on these dwarves over here. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, let's start shooting these guys with the Black Lions. We can switch into these, and let's get our caster out of there. Volkmar the Grim is going to drop a Soulfire Bombardment. Let's get our caster riding about. Outstanding. It looks like the character squad is coming for our backfield. Yeah, they're coming. They're on their way, but we are behind in value, but ooh, Volkmar the Grim is getting pounded by that Dwarven Firepower. Jesus. I did not think that would do that much damage. Goodness gracious. All right, let's get him back. Let's take advantage of the healing, juke a little bit. We're going to have to micro a little bit more here. So let's get the Volkswagen back. Those guys have been knocked down, so let's pull you back. Start shooting across this way. We got the man-tide coming, but the dwarves are starting to muster a pretty big army here. We ironically do have the capture weight, but we don't have too much time to mess with, so we gotta you know, get ready to knock these dwarves down. All right, so back you go. We got a couple state troopers. Volkmar the Grim doing some work, but we are starting to nail a lot of their army here. Okay, keep the Witch Hunter there. Get some swordsmen moving in, and yeah, so far, how can we deal with this like pocket here? I feel like it's very tough. Let's get some silver bullets in, move them up. Yeah, the Black Lions are still doing great work. I mean, we're mowing down a lot of Dwarven troopers. We probably just go after these Slayers here, to be completely honest. And where's our caster? Okay, he should be just hiding right here, basically. Okay, so Volkmar probably needs to retreat. That cannon is just doing way too much damage to him. Although we really need him in this fight here is the problem. Yeah, another cannon shot does miss right there. And yeah, let's shoot you. And get you blasting here, and you blasting here. All right, so the Volkswagen needs to endure for Sigmar. And we're up on the point. Yeah, we got these dwarves here. They're hiding behind the rock. You see what I'm saying about this map not being super good for us? It's a tricksy one. Let's get the great swords up, although they're going to get bashed there probably. Let's get some great swords here. Move in. Take the lance demis around the back and shut down that cannon. Yeah, we need to get Volkmar back and just let him healing cap right now. That's basically what needs to happen. The swordsman just getting folded like a piece of paper, and this is what the matchup more often than not looks like. It's just very dwarf favored. Curses, curses, curses. All right, let's see if we can maybe do something with the great swords against this blob. Let's keep shooting here. Volkmar needs to live, and the lance demis are going to go get that cannon offline. And yeah, what do we have here? We got just the Witch Hunter basically. Yeah. Okay, so the great swords have engaged. We can do this. Probably man-tide it here. We need to flip this objective like before triple cap territory. Volkmar is going to get behind the terrain, and it looks like he's going to be able to heal, so that's good. Witch Hunter needs to come back. Black Lions causing havoc. Great swords are, you know, fighting something that in theory they should be pretty good against, but it's a tricky pickle. All right. So let's get these guys ready to shoot. I don't know if I straight up just don't think I can kill his characters. All right, so we got his cannon offline. Volkmar is going to just healing cap basically. We have been able to shoot pretty well. Did we lose one of our Hellstorms here to something? I don't know. Shit, I thought I had 3 of them, but I guess not. All right, so back you go. Great Sword's losing. No surprises there. And yeah, it's going to be really, really hard to break this position. How are we doing here? Yeah, so we shut the cannon down, but my opponent called Slayers in on top of them, so that's going to be brutal. Thanks, Ron. All right. So Volkmar is back. We got the Black Lion wagons ready to chill. Ah, a Dwarven ambush, I see. I like it. That's pretty cool. I was wondering what the hell was doing that. I was like, dude, what is this? I mean, that's a freebie there. We're going to knock this thing down. Not before it does a little bit of damage. All right, so Wizard back, and these characters are just so hard to stop here. Let's get you into combat and get the great swords into combat here. Get you guys going here. And I guess you guys just park there and prepare to put some Daka down on them. So the Demi Lances, we need to just bounce around and get whatever value we can. I believe, yeah, those Rangers are going to be offline. So they did sneakily take down one piece there, which is pretty hilarious. All right, let's shoot this. And yeah, those characters, we just can't kill them. It's brutal. All right, so do we have any heavy cav we can call in the flank? Yeah, we need some right now. The dwarves, they're in the trees. They're in the trees. I think my original build was stronger, but this map is just so hard. The dwarves can just hide everywhere, like behind shit, and I just can't get to them. Yeah, it's rough. Okay, Lance Demi's doing good. Let's bounce him out here, see what we can get done. The Black Lions are not doing badly either, though. I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed by that. All right, so we've used all of our ammo in this. Empire Knights can come and roadblock these, and the Great Swords put some hurt on those units, but not as much as I would like. What do we got there? Slayers? No, just Dwarf Warriors. Okay. Great Sword's getting roasted by the Iron Drakes, too, by the way. Hurts, hurts, hurts. All right, over here, let's go ahead and drop a little bit of a bombardment on those guys, see if we can nail them. Black Lions with the point-blank shooting here. Volkmar the Grim getting a little bit damaged by the remnants of those Slayers, so we probably want to pull away here if we can. Let's get those Black Lions online and just call in some grenade launchers. Yeah, we finally get some good DACA into this army here, into Felix. Let's see if we can finish off Felix with the last of that firepower. Volkmar the Grim still lives. Felix Jaeger's going to go down. We are closing the value a little bit, but we're running out of time. Like, straight up. We just don't have time. Okay. Let's get Volkmar over here. He's going to be more helpful here. It looks like we do take out Felix in the blob, which is good. And we can hopefully polish him off here. We could call in more handgunners, but I think just swordsmen, just bodies up here to grab the points is going to be a little bit better. Forgot about my Lance Demis. My micro faltered. You know, happens to the best of us. And now we need to just keep chasing these guys. And hopefully we can wrestle this point somehow. All right, so let's do that. Grenade launchers. Volkmar, head over here. Volkmar's like hard healing capped right now. He's like hard in the healing cap. Okay, you guys ride all these guys down. It's on some of these great swords. And we do have a little bit of back pressure here. Let's get you guys to move up to this point. And the Empire Cavalry need to stay on top of those Iron Drakes. 100%. All right, so what do we got here? Where are the dwarves hiding? Bombard those Slayers there. And what else do we got? In the backfield, we got some handgunners. Let's move them up, start to pressure. Yeah, we're scrapping value, but it's going to take too long. Dwarves are super hard to get off objectives here, so it's going to just be a nightmare. Blasting charge. Pressure is also quite good. And Volkmar is now maneuvering over. So let's drop a little sweet banishment in the woods. See if we can catch any of those guys. And the great swords are actually doing quite well, the ones that have been able to recover here. Any cannon pressure? Yes, across. All right, so we need to go shut that shit down. Let's unsummon you to get some freebies, and that looks nice. Outstanding. And grenade launchers on Slayers feels pretty good. The dwarf position still very, very tough to crack. Volkmar the Grim, you know, he ended up not being as good as I thought he would be here. But, you know, he tried his best, but I think Gelt and Double Witch Hunter is just safer. It's like, allows you to go wider and just do more stuff. All right, let's hammer these Dwarf Warriors. Get you out there. And we have some bombardments we can do here, so let's pop that right there. All right, Volkmar, we need you to route some of this stuff if you can. We're rapidly running out of time. Are the dwarves even threatening our home objective? Oh, no, it looks like they kind of were for a moment there. The Lance Demis making the exodus across the map. Let's just run them to the corner here. Okay. Curse our fortune, dude. Having to play the Empire's worst matchup twice in a row. Curses, curses. All right, so let's get our Light Wizard over there to help out. Volkmar, hopefully he won't lose to those chaff units. He's sitting at 800 HP, but he is actually kind of getting bombarded a little bit, so maybe that's going to do a little something, something. And it looks like they were broken. Let's start going after these Slayers here. Oh, wrong button. All right, let's pull back. The Arwars did not get taken out. They just got unsummoned. Yeah. So they're still, you know, in the game, but yeah, they're basically going to be shut down here. All right, let's chase those guys to the edge of the battlefield. Yeah, we're like in triple cap territory now, guys. That's going to be tough. It's going to be a tall, tall order. Lance Demis can now go back after the cannon, now that my opponent forgot about it, I think. Let's go ahead and do that. On the Dwarf Warriors with Grey Opens, Volkmar, get in there. And yeah, just keep hammering that position, guys. We'll fight to the bitter end. We'll see what we can do. But this map is not a good Empire map. It's terrible for Empire. Oof. All right, what can we do? Great Swords, home push. I mean, just the slow gamble on the home objective, I guess. Volkmar and company. Maybe Volkmar should have been fighting over here from the start. Yeah, maybe they should have been fighting over here from the start. Hard to say. Okay, let's go grenade some Slayers. Let's move you guys up. Because Volkmar's actually not doing badly now. Like where he's fighting. I think maybe I just misplayed, trying to push his home objective like that. It just wasn't great. Yeah, all right. So you guys keep going. Let's grenade launch. We got you, and let's get you guys there. And now you guys can move up here. We can call in some heavy cavalry to start pushing and maybe, you know, get a little bit of capture there. Looks like the lance demis got intercepted. Volkmar has fallen, and he's going to be a little bit too hard to get back. All right, so let's get you. Grenade. Firepower into the Slayers. Yes, looks good. Nice grenade value. These are more Dwarf Warriors here. Still got a lot of resilient troops here. At least Felix went down for being a traitor. Well, Felix is actually an outlaw in the Empire, in the lore. So it would make sense that he would... I mean, he wouldn't work against his fellow humans, but... Like, it's not the most out there, you know, situation, right? It kind of makes a little bit of sense. All right, so let's unsummon this. And we can go ahead and nuke those guys. Let's actually see what kind of damage this spell does. I haven't seen it in a while. Is he going to get it? Let's see. I'm curious if this spell's even worth it. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely good. So that was not bad at all. Let's move you guys up. Get onto these, and move you guys onto these Thunderers here. Let these guns start shooting. You guys start shooting. Great swords on the way up. Lance demis will be off cooldown here soon, but I just straight up don't have enough time, guys. I don't have enough time. Yeah, we're getting some, like, we're scrapping the value back, you know, a little bit after that bad start, but it's just not enough. This little stupid boulder here where he's able to hide behind, I wasn't able to shoot him. The Black Lions actually, I feel, weren't terrible. Maybe I think I used all their ammo, I'm not sure. Okay, let's get a Lance Demi out. Sure, why not? We'll pay the premium to get it a little bit quicker. And we can keep moving these. We could leave the Empire Cav here. There's only a couple Slayers in there, so. We basically just have to push all in for this. I love how he's got these like haggard Rangers in my backfield. I think that was my favorite part of the game, was the backfield goonings. Wizard still around. Let's drop another one. Let's see what kind of damage it does against these guys. Yeah, so the Black Lion experiment I think was a bit of a failure. Like I think it was okay. But what I had in mind for it, it didn't quite... What I envisioned, it didn't work. Okay. Maybe more Lance Demis on this map could have been good. Like, a very brawler-heavy Empire army, like double Lance Demi with a Life Wizard, Karl Franz to come in and bully the Dwarf characters. I feel that could have been pretty good. But yeah, that's GG. Well played to my opponent. They adapted very well. But, you know, once the cat's out of the bag and he kind of knows what I'm doing, it's tricky. It's tricksy hobbitses. So, we're on to the Grand Finals, guys. We beat the Dwarves once today, but we lost to them in the Grand Finals, or in the Semifinals. Yeah, Character Blob was good. The Cannon was the biggest MVP, 3,400. My Wagons did get 1,400 value. The Hellstorms all did okay, but he just had too many places to hide on this map. I couldn't artillery range him. It was tough. It was very tough. He played very well. GG. GG. All right, so let's go take a look at the finals here, see what we're looking like for today. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. Thank you, baby. All right, so my opponent will report the score. Oh, man, okay. We're at score, and good luck in finals. So we will set up a lobby for the Grand Finals. Well, single faction tournaments, a lot of it is, you know, getting the right matchups. I had pretty lucky matchups today, for sure. Grand Finals, so I'm very grateful for that. Let's host as a spectator. And he played very well, too. But Dwarves are one of those factions that you're either good against them or they kind of wreck you. All right. So let's get this. And it's going to be Platy in a Grand Finals lobby. If I'm causing lag for them, I might just want to opt out of it. I don't want to, like, ruin their game. Although it is just best of one, so it should be pretty quick. Proving Grounds. Proving Grounds is a good map. Let's get it. All right, all right. Good. Nobody expects the dwarven flank of the gods. No, the rockets were good, but line of sight was hard there. It was hard. Those trees really screened them out well. Those rangers in the back was really funny, dude. I was like, I could have sworn I brought 3, and then they just pop out of the bushes. That was actually pretty hilarious, dude. I was not expecting a dwarven flank. I like looked, I could have sworn I saw a dwarf in the bushes. I could have sworn, and then I was like, no. They wouldn't do that. I mean, we did end up killing them, but not before they took down a rocket battery, which is really good. A great trade for my opponent. I mean, super money. Yeah. Let's see. Checking this out. And now we're here in the Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen, of today's tournament. Yes. Should be good. Should be good indeed. All right. So checking it out. Should have picked Beastmen. You know what? Beastmen could be okay. I think next time, I played Empire a couple times. I might go back to play Warriors of Chaos again. That could be fun. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who we would play. We'll play some, maybe Khorne. Maybe we'll adopt Khorne and try and play them. I might even have another single faction tournament on Sunday night, although I was thinking of an Age of Empires tournament that day. Yeah, we'll have to see. So dwarves versus wood elves. Looks like Platypus was able to defeat Norska with the wood elves. I feel as if Platy is going to probably have some big schemes for this. Although, honestly, I would love to see a dwarf or a wood elf victory. These are two factions I really, really like. It'd be great to see either of them. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. And also, guys, I wanted to apologize for not streaming as much. During the summer, it's really hot in my streaming room. And it's generally pretty miserable. So I could stream more at night, but I know that's tough for a lot of folks. I don't know. Maybe I'll start streaming more at night until the fall comes. And then we'll be back to like a regular, schedule that's a little bit easier for everyone. But it's been just brutally hot. So it's a tricky pickle. Yeah, so for Wood Elves, they probably are going to go, I don't know, I would expect like a melee rush, but I think Platy is going to be just trying to win with cavalry. I think that's the plan. Yeah, AoE 4. I kind of want to do a 1v1 tournament. I feel like that'd be really fun. I think that'd be really fun. We could run it on Total Tavern too. That'd be interesting. Yeah, like a community 1v1 tournament, put up a little prize or something. Because you can't really cheat in Age of Empires, so yeah, we could put up a little cash prize for it. As long as one of the yeah. No, well the thing is, it's like we have a good AC unit, but for me, if the AC is like on and blowing on me, which it's like right next to my computer, if it's on, it kind of like makes my throat scratchy. It makes me cough a little bit. It's hard for me to do streams with it, so it's kind of a bit of a conundrum during the summer, but it's all good. No worries. Yeah, thank you, Arena Emperor. Appreciate that. I tend to prefer going solo in casting, but I'll keep that in mind for sure. Yeah, the PC's great. Oh yeah, it's all good here. Hey, no problem, man. Love to see the Age of Wonder streams. Yeah, those are really fun. Yeah, Pone and I will plan another one. I don't know what we'll do. We could do some fun characters. I gotta play Barbarian Culture or something. Okay, Dwarves, Wood Elves. Players are picking their factions. It seems like the lag has finally subsided, which is great. And right in time for the grand finals, I dare say. Yeah, the next few months are going to be pretty fun. We're probably going to get some, I would wager we'll get some news on the new DLC for this. Sometime in August. I don't know when. But that will probably come, and that'll be great. Has Turin updated his page about the new... No, not yet, CPay. No, not yet. Yeah, very soon. I will. Sounds like you're allergic to nice temperatures. No, it's the dry... I think it's the dry air. Your AC might have mold in... No. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it could be, Peter. But I've always had issues, like, with air conditioning in general. I had... when I was 15, I had a sinus disease. And it just basically destroyed my left sinus. Doesn't work very well. So when the really dry air comes from the air conditioner, it like inflames my sinus really bad. Yeah, but it's all good. I usually just it's if I'm not recording, it's not as big of a deal. But if I'm trying to like stream and stuff, it's tricksy. Yeah, love the Age of Wonder streams. Yeah, it's fun. I love that game. It's great. I don't care for single-player games too much. There's some I would play. I was really tempted to play D4, but I didn't want to aggravate my hand problems. I was like, no, I'm good. Do War Dancers? Yeah, War Dancers actually trade surprisingly effectively into Dwarves. They will defeat most Dwarvish infantry, but they get absolutely wrecked by blasting charges and also by correlers and stuff. So it's a tricksy one. Yeah, we have nice weather here, like 9 months out of the year. It's like paradise, and then for 3 months it's like a hellscape, and then it goes back to paradise again. Yeah. Good, Anakin. Good. Yeah, it'll dry you out. Yeah. It will indeed. Alistor, thank you for the 50. In a long time since I caught one of these streams. Happy belated birthday. Thank you guys. Really appreciate all your support. The good times are rolling, man. 35 years young, baby. And, yes. Polydon is doing the big scheming here. evil little teddy bear is the avatar there. Pretty funny. Oh, we have a teddy bear versus platypus. Wonder where these players are from. Let us see what lands they hail from. All right. Should be able to find them both on the leaderboard here. It's 115. Your AC just died. Dude, that sounds like an absolute hellscape. That sounds just like hell. All right. So it looks like Hlidin is from Poland and Platypus is from the United States. Very cool. Yeah, taking a look at the leaderboard here. Let's see where. Yeah, we got a lot of countries represented. I know. Yeah, outer regions, Canadian. Hadrius is American. He just hasn't added the flagger. Houseplant, Platy American. Charix is Polish. Housecat here. It's also American. Some Korean representation. Yeah, you can see we got UK. We got yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool run of players there for sure. And when we get to the grand finals of the season, we'll be inviting, if any of you guys are newer, how it works is this leaderboard basically goes, and whenever there's a big content patch, we have like a grand finals. So then that will be like, I'm going to try and find some sponsors for it, but that'll be, $500,000 tournament. It's pretty fun. It's high stakes for Total War standards. We're a really small community. We don't have any big corporate sponsors or anything like that. Dwarves, historically, through the history of Warhammer 1 and 2, have been favored against Wood Elves. However, there were some developments and changes to the Wood Elves in the later kind of stages of time, in which the Wood Elves started to win it with War Dancer buffs, some new cavalry units they got like Glade Riders and Stag Knights. Some things have changed. Holy Iron Drakes! Yeah, Iron Drakes are awesome. You could see Hlidin used an Iron Drake to pretty good effect against me last game. Yeah, 500,000. No. Not that much. All right, guys, taking a look at the army here of our mighty dwarf champion, Hlidin. It is going to be Dwarven warrior shields into the front line. And yeah, you don't really need much else. I mean, you can go Longbeards, you can go more elite, but these guys get the job done. They hold. And with the Rune of Doom coming out from Thoric, it's quite good. So Thoric is going to buff all these dwarf warriors with the mini Dwarven Wa. Also going to be coming in with double Thane. Thanes are pretty good fighters for their price point. Extremely tanky and very resilient with good combat stats. So I'm a big fan of the double hero. I think double heroes are very good in a lot of matchups. They're tough to kill unless somebody comes prepared for it, obviously. Iron Drakes, and more. 5 Iron Drakes. Holy shit. Oh my god. 5 Iron Drake flamethrowers, guys. Absolutely wild shit. Now, looking at the army of Menacing Platypus, it is going to be a couple bows in the back. So we got the Glade Guard bows. Up in the sky, it is going to be the Sisters of Twilight with the big old dragon. Yes, the dragon ready to get some breath attacks. And it is a big armor-piercing monster, so I don't hate it. But yeah, a lot of ranged DACA with a little bit of supportive War Dancers, basically using the best Elven units, which is Waywatchers and War Dancers. Those are the 2 best units on the roster. So yeah, they're hanging in there. A lot of armor piercing. Granted, the War Dancers, of course, don't have the best AP, but in my experience, they can outgrind the Dwarven troops. No, this is not a bounty. I don't. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, actually, Hlidin is going for a bounty. Winning a game with the maximum number of Iron Drakes is actually a bounty. Yeah. But, like, also in theory, they might not be terrible here. Granted, I'm surprised he did this. This is a tournament grand finals against one of the best players in the world. So, yeah, it is a bounty, actually. I believe it's the barbecue bounty. Yeah, so hopefully the players won't have too much lag. I know it's my fault today, so I feel bad for sure. But hopefully it's something we can get resolved for future streams. Yeah, the Iron Drakes could work. We'll have to see. Platypus creeping around. We do see the old Sisters of Twilight coming in the sky here, and they're going to be dropping some shots downtown. Not too much damage, but does manage to tickle those Iron Drakes, their armor a little bit. Yeah, this is grilling time. So, Total Tavern is my Total War Warhammer esports website, and it has a bounty system where if you win games under certain conditions, you unlock an avatar for your profile. Yeah, we could totally give him a Hank Hill thing. It's whatever he prefers. I actually need to do Grand Brindles. I'm a little bit behind. There's a couple avatars I need to catch up with and make, but we will in due time. Yeah, the Sisters of Twilight are a great choice. Their missile attacks are pretty reasonable. They do good damage. Also, the dragon itself is a good armor-piercing fighter, and it looks like there are going to be some Slayers coming up to protect. So the Slayers are on the way, but man, I do not know how this Mass Iron Drake build is going to work. They're pretty juicy targets for the Waywatchers. However, they are very cheap. Iron Drakes only cost a little bit, so it's not too bad. Here in the front, we see the Rune Invocation going down. So look at that. Hlidin using the rune to give 40% ward save to Thoric, which is going to make him not an ideal target for a lot of the Elven missiles back there. Nonetheless, the dwarves are moving up, and I don't know how this is going to go, man. I feel like Platypus is going to pick this build apart with the 5 Iron Drakes, unless this is something that Hliden has tried before. I'm not sure, but at the end of the day, it feels extremely risky. In the back, we do see a couple Rangers coming in. Rangers are pretty cost-effective. They can sneak up on the Elves and do some work. But man, oh man, Thoric is getting pounded really badly. Oh my god, the Hawkeyes of Jakira and the Sisters of Twilight just fully erect chubs trying to snipe down Thoric here. And Thoric doesn't have any way of healing either, so what you see is what you get here. Dwarves moving up in the center, Slayers coming across on all fronts. We see Slayers looking to do battle with the War Dancers. War Dancers will trade very cost effectively into Slayers though, so it's not great. And will the Iron Drakes be able to shoot is the question. We'll have to see as they do move up and take a little bit of poke from those guys. Yeah, you can see some Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts and some Hawkeyes of Jakira shooting from downtown, but yeah, we'll see what sort of damage does unfold here. Thoric Ironbrow waddling towards objective number 3. The Thanes are a nice screening tool because you don't really want to shoot them. The Sisters of Twilight could come in and just take these Thanes out pretty easily, being up on the big dragon. But so far, we see a lot of focus fire going into the Dwarven Iron Drakes. Iron Drake's getting pounded a little bit. Looks like the Thane has gotten in combat and has effectively interrupted 2 range units, right? So the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts and the Hawkeyes of Jakira are offline for now. I'm surprised we're not seeing any artillery for the Dwarves, like maybe a Grudge Thrower or something. And what is this Witchcraft going down here? Oh, Smoke Bomb. Okay, that's right. Hawkeyes of Jakira do actually have a Smoke Bomb ability. So the Dwarves have made it to the middle objective. Dwarf Warriors probably going to be wrestling that one, but man, look at these. These Iron Drakes are getting cooked so incredibly badly by the Wood Elf missiles, like super, super painful. I think the more meta build for Dwarves here is probably Masked Dwarf Warriors and Longbeards with shields backed up by Rangers and Coilers. That would be probably what I would expect. But so far, we haven't really seen the Iron Drakes do too much yet, but now they're actually going to be able to get some DAC in there. So Iron Drakes do a decent volley into the War Dancers. Not too much, but the Dwarves do secure the double cap, and it looks like they are going to be pushing onto the other side. And now we see the Dwarves colliding with the War Dancers here. So, yeah, a little bit of a wild battle down here. War Dancers should be favored in this fight, though, especially for the cost, but there are a lot more Dwarves there, so maybe they're going to be able to do something. Thane's causing big disruption, and Hliden looks to be pulling the value back a little bit, 1,000 to 3.5. Iron Drake's not able to get good shots simply because of the tree line, and probably should unsummon some of these Iron Drakes. We do see Thoric Ironbrow chilling in the shadows. Back objective is going to be taken by the Dwarves, so it looks like the Dwarves are starting to get some momentum on the objectives. But overall, yeah, taking a lot of damage in the value trading as the Wood Elf missiles just turbo cost effective here. We'll see if the Dwarves are going to be able to flip this one. It doesn't look like they're committing anything else. Nope, right as I say that, looks like there is going to be a minor unit sent out there. So the Dwarves are just going to be spamming out their tanky units and trying to hold all 3 objectives, I suppose. But, you know, it's tricky. They didn't get the objectives very fast. We do see a Thane going down to the back, so no surprises here. The Thane does get bashed by the Sisters and the War Dancers. And the middle objective, it looks like the War Dancers here are eventually going to lose this fight. But, I mean, they're trading super cost effectively. And we have Blade Singers coming in, guys. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. So, Blade Singers are on their way in. Blade Singers are armor piercing. Hardcore armor piercing. They absolutely karate chop Dwarvish troopers. But the Slayers are going to go down like champs. They're out there. They got their pot bellies, their axes, and their mohawks. And yeah, they're going to fight to the bitter end. But I think the Blade Singers are pretty much going to just annihilate everything on this point. Unless some of the Iron Drakes can get over there, maybe put some hurt on them. More Iron Drakes getting shot right here. Missile fire from the Wood Elves is pretty nasty. One thing to consider, though, in this matchup that you want to remember is that the Wood Elves might run out of ammo, and then the Dwarves might still have some decent staying power. We'll have to see. Objective 3 firmly held by the Dwarves. Objective 2 being contested. But the Blade Singers there are going to be karate chopping through a lot of these units. You can see them just absolutely butchering these miners here. 74, losing models at a very expeditious rate. Definitely need to get the Iron Drakes. There's only 8 of them, but if they can get shots into these Blade Singers, they could actually do some big damage. In the middle, Thoric Ironbrow coming in to help, and he's a good fighter as well. And there goes the Iron Drake fire. Okay, that's very cost effective. Very cost effective. All it takes is a couple Iron Drakes to get that value in, and it looks like the Dwarves did call in a cannon in the back. So we do see the very deep set Dowie cannon is going to be generating some value now. Currently, value is at 3,000 to about 5.9. So the Wood Elves have almost doubled the Dwarves in value, but ammunition is going to become a variable, and Dwarves are durable enough that they can still do pretty well, even when they're in a very beleaguered state. So side point, it looks like Objective 1 was maintained by the Elves. Sisters of Twilight are on their way back in. And honestly, the Sisters might be able to just come in and kill Thoric if they want to. We'll have to see. For now, it looks like they're going to be dodging those Rangers. Those Blade Singers got absolutely wrecked by those Flamethrowers, though. It was only a couple of them, right? Just a couple Iron Drakes. Looks like they're going to be shooting up into the Dragon now. Are we going to see Thoric get in there? And could we... Could we see all the Iron Drakes like turn around and start putting hurt on this big dragon here? We see Thoric moving in. The Rune of Doom is active. We do see the Christmas Cavalry coming out, so it's going to be the Lost Sylvan Knights. A couple Rangers trying to intercept them, but it's not going to go well for them. And now the Wood Elf Lord is in a little bit of danger, guys. Being popped, being shot by quite a few units, and it looks like Platy is able to get away from the Dwarven Blob there. So there were a couple Slayers, Thoric himself. Iron Drake Fire actually doing some really respectable damage against Lost Sylvan Knights. I would imagine Lost Sylvan Knights will probably find their way in and jump on top of these Iron Drakes and cause some havoc. But overall, I'm very impressed with the Dwarven tenacity here this game. They were getting pounded pretty hard in the beginning, but look at the value, guys. 5.1 to 6.6. Iron Drakes just roasting through these Blade Singers. Man, big damage, and Platy cannot afford to keep taking those trades on those Blade Singers. And the ammunition is going to be running dry here in a second. So then the Wood Elves are going to be suddenly in a much tougher position. And I'm telling you, man, Dwarves are really resilient. They can be behind, but they find a way, man. They're like nature. They find a way. Fire, reload, fire! Sisters of Twilight about to run dry on ammunition. It looks like the Christmas Cavalry going to be coming across, but Hlydden is going to be grabbing the Slayers, running a nice intercept on the Lost Sylvan Knights, and Lost Sylvan Knights are like, screw that, I'm going to go the other way. There's no Slayers over there. Looking at the point here, we do see Platy pushing in. Platy going to be heading in with a couple War Dancers, but man, they get absolutely cooked. And is this an intentional formation? How the Iron Drakes are in like a bit of a pencil formation with their shooting? It looks like it might be. Man, very impressive stuff. I think that's cool. I don't know if it is, but perhaps. And on the other side, ladies and gentlemen, the Dwarven Blasting Charge is moving in. Way Watchers are out of ammo. Blasting Charge Volley coming in. And that's going to be Shadow Realming them and also punishing the Unsummoned. The Dwarves have a triple cap, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, I don't know if Platypus is going to be able to get this. Wow, crazy. Penta Iron Drake working against one of the best players in the world. Now, I know Dwarves have always had pretty good tools against the Wood Elves, but even still, that's very impressive stuff. The Dwarf Warriors and Iron Drakes just still hanging on there. Christmas Cavalry looking to be in a little bit of trouble. And more Blade Singers are hustling towards the objective. But if Hlydden is able to protect these Iron Drakes, they for sure will counter these Blade Singers very effectively. So we'll have to keep tabs on it. I mean, even 6 Iron Drakes seem to do some pretty respectable damage. Objective 2 owned by the Dwarves. Objective 3 owned by the Dwarves. Wood Elves looking very bare bones here. We see a couple Archers who are pretty much on death's bed and or out of ammo. And now Platypus is going to be going for a bit of a mobile playstyle here. So we do have the Great Stag Knights coming in, and the Great Stag Knights will annihilate these Dwarven troops, but it's still going to take time. Even the minor infantry do have almost 70 leadership and 80 armor, which makes them resilient, just for their cost for sure. Their damage output's pretty bad outside of blasting charges, but something to think about there. Quarrelers up in the sky, putting a little bit of Daka down. Wood Elves pressing the side objective, but there are some Dwarf Warriors here, the Thane, and it looks like some of the Iron Drakes did actually manage to survive. The one who got away, man. These Iron Drakes have been so relentless, and a full unit of Erect Slayers is going to be on its way in, and the Slayers are going to be chasing down the Lost Sylvan Knights. And guys, I can tell you, this is kind of the position I was in last game a little bit, where the Dwarves have the cap, you might be able to get value back, but they are not easy to get objectives from. Cathay watching, crying from the corner, wishing they were the Dwarves for sure. Here are the Rangers getting run down by Sylvan Knights. Good play by Platy. Value is dead even, ladies and gentlemen. It is dead even, which is really bad for the Wood Elves. On this side, we see some healthy cycle charging. Good stuff from Menacing Platypus. He's heading back and forth with the Christmas Cavalry. Really getting some respectable damage on the Dwarvish Troopers. But at the end of the day, they're doing it. They're doing it. Yeah, mowing these things down, man. Miners of Blasting Charges getting wrecked. Overall, Iron Drakes, 300 value on this one. I wouldn't say like a heavily, 400 on this one. This one's got 400. Yeah, I'm out of region. You're saying there might be something going on with them. The data here wouldn't suggest it. But yeah, they do wreck characters who are lightly armored. And I mean, that's okay damage, but nothing too crazy. I honestly don't see any issues, but I would have to test it myself. Blade Singers hanging in there, doing good work for Platy. Platy is going to need a triple cap here for sure. If your opponent eclipses 1,000 points and you have yet to reach 500, you basically know it's triple cap territory. So in this situation, Platy is going to be flipping objective number 3. If you're the Dwarf player, you basically just Helm's Deep on the other 2 points, I think. I mean, you can keep contesting all 3, I suppose. And yeah, man, the Dwarves are just so tenacious. Here we see the Slayers going down, fighting to the last Dwarf. Another unit of Dwarf Warriors moving up. In the backfield, the Miners coming in to reinforce are going to be run down by the Christmas Cavalry. So there they go. Boom, big charge right there. And yeah, those troops are going to pay the price. Sisters of the Twilight are just such a great character, currently sitting at 2,300 value. Not bad at all. Middle objective looking very comfortable for the Dowie. We do see the Thanes making their way back, and Thoric Ironbrow somehow managed to survive. He's like the Palpatine. In the backfield, we have the Cannon, which has been causing some devastating damage this game. Platy, ever the scrappy player, does get some Blade Singers rallied and is going to be trying to hunt down the Cannon crew. It looks like the Cannon crew going to be re-equipping. Currently at 1,000 value, which is quite good. That constant pressure on the Sisters is very solid. And Nice charge from the Christmas cap, but at the end of the day, like these 2,000 gold cavalry are just kind of charging something very cheap here. Granted, I do think it's the right play, but you know, it's not going to kind of get the value back super quickly. Hliden holding on to the side point. The dwarves just kind of strangling down on the objectives. Norgrimling's Iron Breakers, dude, I love it. Seeing the big tanky dwarven troopers come out, and that is like the telltale sign of Helm's Deep. Like, you know it's coming. Like, when somebody summons in the Norgrimling's Ironbreakers, they intend to hold the position. And they should be able to, you know, absorb the Waywatcher fire pretty well. Of course, they do have the old silver shields, which is going to be a 55% mitigation. So that's very good. But Platy looking to make a play for the middle. It is triple cap territory at this point. Cannon fire getting in there, nailing down the sisters. The side point still has not been taken by the Wood Elves. Very, very close, though. It looks like the Bladesingers are finally going to be grabbing this one. So that will certainly be a big boon for Platy. And I would imagine that Platypus is going to be leaving the Bladesingers right here on the point. I feel like this is like the slowest objective. Oh, it's because there's a Thane here. I didn't notice. The dreaded Thane. He's got 3 capture weight. So he's actually almost even cap weight with the Bladesingers. I was like confused. I was like, why is this such a slow cap? Goodness gracious. But at the end of the day, Platy is going to get that. But this is like a super good play by Hliden. Like just occupying Platy, you know, keeping the objective from being captured. That's super MLG. So now we do get the Norgrimling's Ironbreakers. They're going to be trying to hold down the side objective. The dwarves do have a lot of reinforcements coming in, so we got miners with blasting charges, just a bunch of chaff infantry basically spamming out the unholy dwarvish swarms. Here we do see the dragon landing, trying to stop the dwarf warriors from getting to the objective, but I don't think they're going to be able to. And we do see some side pressure here. The thing about the miners with blasting charges is they're just so... They're a unit you have to respect. And if you have like a 2,000... Let's say you have like a 1,500 gold elite infantry unit that has light armor. These guys can threaten them, which is crazy. And the objective here, it looks like Platypus is going to be putting an end to this. Going after the Thane. This Thane going to be getting butchered here. He's at 300 HP, but surrounded by a bunch of angry ladies. They are going to be punishing this giant. Look how huge that dwarf is. Jeez. But yeah, he's going to be running here with 112 HP. Blasting charges are also closing in, and those blasting charges could do some good work there for sure. Objective 2 looks to be controlled here by Menacing Platypus, and the dwarves are basically just Helm's Deeping on this. They only need to hold a little bit longer, 1465, just about. But good swarming here, Norgrimling's Ironbreakers holding back War Dancers. A lot of Dawi are just getting onto that point. Look at this. The Sisters of Twilight getting nuked. It looks like they got blasting charged and shot by the Rangers as well. The Dwarven Helm's Deep is on. Platy is basically doing everything he can to knock the dwarves off the point, but this is not a position you want to be in when you're dealing with the dwarves, right? Like trying to get objectives from them in the fourth quarter. They are one of the tankiest, most resilient, high leadership factions in the game. Very slow, but if you're in a position like this, a desperation cap, you're not going to get it. GG, well played, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like this objective also going to be taken by the dwarves with good blasting charge value, and Hliden is going to be today's tournament winner with the Dawi. So the Dawi got the job done. Great play on both sides, super fun. That was a scrappy game, dude. The Penta Iron Drake victory. Not the craziest value on any of them, but like it sent a message. It sent a message. Yeah, that was nuts. GG, well played. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Even won the challenge. Let me message the winner there and say GG. Bounty unlocked. What do you want for your avatar? He says, hey, Turin, I did a bounty. It's the first thing he messaged me as soon as the game was over. Yeah, so he gets a custom avatar. I can do... Sounds good. I got you. Firefighter with a dwarf face. Yeah, I can do that. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to jam out of here. It's really hot. I'm going to crank some AC. Live the best life possible. I really appreciate you all. It was a super fun run. Sons of Sigmar almost got there, but we ran into our nemesis, the dwarves. But, you know, at least we lost to the player who won the tournament. Always feels good. GG, well played. Congrats to our opponents. It was a fun match, fun run of games. Well played to Platy as well. That is going to be a victory for the Dawi. And my friends, we will see you on the other side. Welcome to our new channel members. And thank you guys all so much for the generous happy birthday donations. I really, really appreciate that. And if you enjoyed the stream, one last thing, drop a like. I hate asking for it, but you know, it helps keep the Total War community growing and stuff. So drop a like on the way out. It helps out quite a bit. Congrats to the dwarves. GG, well played. See you guys next time. That's it. Take care. Adios. Do widzenia. See ya.